Arvind, should we?
We have to check. She is still chair is empty, so maybe Secretary DST is coming.
Okay.
I guess in interest of time, we may start.
Okay.
And once he joins, she can.
Thank you.
I think 1 minute we can wait, sir. One more minute.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Arvind sir.
Yes.
Sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, tell me. Go ahead.
Sir, I believe somebody from
Harini? Okay. Dr. Varshini, shall we start?
Yeah, she may be taking time to join, so we may start.
Okay, we will start. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Dr. Renu Swarup, Professor Shailesh Nayak, Dr. Varshini, heads of the delegation from all the BRICS Science and Technology Ministries, participants from Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. On behalf of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and the National Institute of Advanced Studies in Bengaluru, we warmly welcome you all for this 4-day conclave, the 6th edition of the BRICS Young Scientist Forum. Ideally, we would have loved to have you all in the campus here in Bengaluru at the National Institute of Advanced Studies. Bengaluru is a beautiful city, and our campus is even more beautiful. You would have absolutely loved being here with us. But given the circumstances, let's go with what we have. So, we'll start with that note. Ideally, we should have met everyone today, this time at the Institute. Doesn't matter. We'll go with what we have. Thanks once again for all the participants, young scientists from the 5 countries. I know you are all busy with your own research work projects, but still you have found time to be with us to make this BRICS formation going. My sincere thanks to you all on behalf of the Department of Science and Technology and the National Institute of Advanced Studies. This is the 6th edition. 5 years before, in 2016, we started this process here in Bangalore, and then we had it in China, South Africa, Brazil, Russia, and then it's coming back. This is the second round to say. So it kind of a second 2.0, if you may. Once again, thank you. Today's program, we will start with the welcome address by Professor Shailesh Nayak. He is the head of our program, head of our institute at the National Institute of Advanced Studies, and Dr. S.K. Varshini. He heads the International Cooperation Program of the Department of Science and Technology. Following the 2 welcome address, we will request our Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Dr. Renu Swarup, to give the inaugural address. And then we will move to the heads of the delegation from all the 5 countries. They will give us an address. And then I'll briefly inform the program. You have a PowerPoint, followed by a short introduction by all the participants. So that's the plan for today. Once again, on behalf of both the institutions, let me warmly welcome you and also invite Professor Shailesh Nayak, Director, National Institute of Advanced Studies, to formally welcome you all. Professor Nayak, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Professor Subhachandran, Dr. Renu Swarup, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology and Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Varshini, Head of the International Cooperation, Department of Science and Technology, the heads of BRICS delegation, Mr. Carlos, Ms. Albina, Mr. Arvind Kumar, Ms. Lee, Dr. Stanley, and all the participants. Very warm welcome to all of you. Of course, all of us may be in a different time zone, and it may be difficult for some of you to be a little bit at odd hours, but I am extremely happy that all of you have agreed to participate, and currently you are joining. This, as Professor Subhachandran told, this is the sixth edition of this, and over a period of time, we found that this forum has been extremely useful for a variety of things. This time, we would be mainly discussing about the energy solution. Especially, we need to look at how we are going to make transition from a fossil fuel-based energy to the more towards renewable energy. So this transition path is extremely important, and I'm sure that some of you would have extremely good ideas, and that would be discussed here. This year, we have to discuss about health, and because of the pandemic which we had, and because of this, we have been meeting virtually, not physically. Is one of the major challenge which has been thrown, and it's very useful today that Dr. Renu Swarup, who has been one of the major warrior against the COVID in India, and it would be really good to hear from us. This third issue that we have been seeing is the cyber system or cyber physical systems, and as it is becoming more and more popular, as internet is been available to most people, there are also some of the disadvantages and the issues related to data privacy, and many such things are being raised. I'm sure that this all will be discussed. Apart from that, we have an innovators session where some of the best innovations will be selected. This forum, I think we may be meeting for 3 times, but this gives you a platform to connect with the other people in the other countries. And I'm sure that this we should continue. Even after this workshop is over, you should continue to interact with them. And also not amongst yourself, but we have a good alumni also. With all of you should continue to interact, and we would be very happy to facilitate this interaction. With these few words, I again welcome you all, and especially Dr. Renu Swarup, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, as well as Department of Biotechnology. Welcome to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That is Professor Shailesh Naik, Director, National Institute of Advanced Studies in Bangalore. Now, I would like to request Dr. S.K. Varshney, Head International Cooperation at the Department of Science and Technology, to welcome you all. Dr. Varshney, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Subha. Dr. Renu Swarup ji, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology and Department of Biotechnology. Dr. Shailesh Naik ji, Director, National Institute of Advanced Studies. My colleagues in various science and technology departments across the BRICS member states, and my dear young participants. On behalf of the Government of India and on behalf of Department of Science and Technology, I would like to add my warm welcome to you all. This Young Scientist Forum has been created to build a network of young brains to harness knowledge for solving common societal challenges through research and innovation. Conclave provides an opportunity to engage and network young scientists of the BRICS member countries, which constitute nearly 43% of the global population. So it's a very, very strong body. And as Dr. Nayak has mentioned, we believe that your engagement is here not only for 3 or 4 days, but it goes much longer, since following this meeting, you would develop some WhatsApp groups, some email groups, and you will continue sharing with your peers what are your research experiences and what are your research challenges. This idea of Young Scientist Conclave was first developed by India, and we hosted the first conclave in Delhi in 2016. And then it went to Hangzhou, then it went to South Africa in Durban, then it was hosted by Brazil, and last year we had it in one of the beautiful Russian cities. So it has now come back to India, and as we know that this, like even last year, was a difficult time because of the pandemic. Coronavirus has made a very, very strong impact the way we live, and it has made some of the irrevocable changes in our life. Along with improving within the existing areas of health infrastructure and development, it is also important to find innovative health technologies such as digital healthcare to keep people healthy and develop better diagnostics. And with the most of the BRIC members, of course, Russia is energy efficient, but all others are energy deficient countries. So we are looking for more and more energy solutions. And new research promises innovation and affordability in the energy sector. And it is important for the BRIC members to share ideas and pursue collaborative research on making and developing facilities, especially in renewable energy areas, which includes, of course, clean energy, solar energy, clean coal, clean energy, smart grids, hydrogen economy, carbon capture, utilization, and storage at an affordable price. Cyber physical system are the next generation computing system in which a mechanism is controlled or monitored by computer-based algorithm. It makes use of a smart computational techniques that are related to both computational unit and the physical world. This implies that cyber physical system uses computation, communication, and controls to interact with the real world. Data science, IoT, cybersecurity are fundamental pillars of this. So what we are looking for is that by presenting you discussions in these three areas, we are looking more and more idea for collaborations. And these collaborations could be further supported for joint research or even fellowships we are thinking of by the BRICS research funding agencies, which are also co-sponsor of this event. So right now there is a call for proposal which is open, but I think it is too early for you to submit against this year call, which will close on 30th of September. But use this platform to develop new collaborations, which could be submitted against future calls. We look forward for a very, very exciting sessions. And I hope that in time to come, you will have some real collaboration in hand, starting today with exchange of ideas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Varshney, for that warm welcome note, and also kind of hinting them what could be done further. As both you and Professor Nayak said, this is not a one-time conclave. This is going to be a start of a long journey for the young scientists in the BRICS countries. Thanks to both Professor Nayak and Dr. Varshney for that welcome note. Now we'll move to the next item in the agenda today, the inaugural address by Dr. Renu Swarup. I request our director, Professor Nayak, to formally introduce Dr. Renu Swarup and conduct this session. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It's really my pleasure to introduce Dr. Renu Swarup. He's currently Secretary in Department of Biotechnology, as well as Secretary of Science and Technology in the Ministry of Science and Technology. Some of the major achievement under her leadership is the vaccine development, which, as you can see, that India could develop very fast in a year or so, which is due to her vision long back, which she started many programs under what we call as a BIRAC, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, which is a major institute which has supported not only the vaccine, but many, many things, many drugs and many other companies, startups in this country. She also been very much involved in career advancement of women scientists. And she also advises the Scientific Advisory Committee to the Prime Minister that what steps should be taken. Apart from that, she has a very wide interest right from the biodiversity to the first atlas of the biodiversity of India was made about 2 decades back under her leadership. So I can keep on citing several achievements, and we were really happy and privileged to have Dr. Renu Swarup as our chief guest and to deliver an inaugural address. May I now request Dr. Renu Swarup to give her inaugural address. Dr. Renu Swarup, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very kind introduction, Dr. Naik, and always a pleasure to be in any of these programs that you organize. And today, I really am very pleased to be here for this Young Scientists BRICS Conclave. So good evening to all of you, and good evening to all the young scientists from the different countries who are here today. It's, as I said, always a pleasure to interact with these young scientists, and more so when we are looking at what your contribution is and how you could play a very major role in setting the science, technology, and innovation agenda for our countries. The BRICS Forum, the way it has been set up, is primarily to bring together the strength and which all these countries have, and for science, what better than bringing our young scientists on board, because you are clearly our future leaders as we move ahead. In fact, I was seeing that this is the at the 6th BRICS summit, this had been mooted, and since then, since 2016, the young scientists have been brought together. And I think today it's really a matter of pride and privilege that we are hosting this, we are taking this forward. And the theme that you have chosen for the conclave about building better societies through science, technology, and innovation. Today, when we stand in this pandemic time, we know exactly the role that science, technology, and innovation has played in each of our countries, the globe as a whole, to fight this very, very important war that we are fighting with science, technology, and innovation. These are the tools which have actually led to our reaching where we are in our fight against COVID. It's also important that as we understand the importance of science, technology, and innovation, and we see that the pandemic became a real life example for us. It's like a test bed. You know, when we do any scientific research experiments, we look at validations happening on how our various experiments and models have worked. This pandemic has actually served as a test bed for us to do a real life experiment to see how quickly we could come together globally, nationally, at different stakeholders and respond. And we have been able to achieve this. So this particular pandemic experience has very clearly brought before us, very importantly, the 3 C's that I always talk about being so important if we have to move ahead. And that is really the cooperation, the collaboration, and the connections. Today, if we have been able to fight this war on COVID, it's because each of these 3 C's have played a very important role. And the BRICS Young Scientist Conclave brings this to the forefront. This platform that I heard Dr. Naik speaking about, and I've heard Sanjeev Varshni also mentioning, it's not just a conclave where you come, you discuss your research papers and you go back. It's a platform that has been created to build networks. And these networks are going to play a very important role in each of your scientific career, but more importantly for the countries at large when we plan our large science-driven agenda for different priorities. And even today's conclave I was seeing, and that was also mentioned by Sanjeev, very important areas you have chosen: healthcare, energy solutions, cyber physical systems. Each of them have a combination of different aspects, from basic research, knowledge generation, to translation, to application, and most importantly, connecting all the stakeholders, whether it's academic research institutes, whether it's universities, whether it's startups, whether it's industries. And then, most importantly, these are global challenges. So anything that we bring in terms of an intervention is not going to have a very small impact only in your area or your domain or your country. It's going to have a global impact. And once again, I refer to what this COVID has taught us. Today, when we look back at January 2020, when we began with this pandemic, India was fortunate that we did not really have cases till about March when it started building up. But the response that was required from any of the countries was similar. We needed the diagnostics to do an early detection. We needed treatment protocols which took care of those who were infected. And we needed vaccines to be able to bring in the prevention tools. As the COVID moved on, we've seen the importance of understanding the virus, getting knowledge around the virus, whether it's the virus evolution, its mutation, or the host pathogen interaction. That again is a knowledge which cannot just stay limited to the country that generates that knowledge or to the scientific group that generates that knowledge. It's knowledge that needs to be shared. For each of these areas, we saw global cooperations. The diagnostics, even the vaccines today. Thank you, Dr. Naik, for highlighting the role which my department has played in terms of vaccine development. But clearly, what do we see in this? Everyone asks us, how could a vaccine be developed in just about a year? We're very pleased that 2 weeks ago, we brought out the world's first DNA vaccine. Again, in just about 16 months of its development having begun. It's because of global cooperation, global collaboration, sharing of knowledge. And I think for platforms such as this is what makes it most important. How do you connect with each other and share your knowledge? Because science truly knows no boundaries. So any such global platform allows the mobility of scientists, mobility of information to enrich the work that's happening in other laboratories and strengthen that and make it much more valuable in terms of its outputs. We have seen that whether it's the energy solutions today, globally, there is a call for action for looking at climate change, clean energy research, bilateral cooperations, multilateral cooperations, and of course, partnerships such as what we have with the BRICS nations and others. each of them has the clean energy solutions, research, science, technology for it there on the agenda. And of course, you talk about the cyber physical systems. This is an area which cuts across all of them, because the tools that you bring in, the new knowledge that you generate is going to be equally applicable to the healthcare system, to the energy systems, to the agricultural system. But it is again an area which requires a lot of interactions amongst the young minds. Today, in all this excellent research that we do, there is a huge, huge volume of data generation. Now, all this data that we generate has no value at all till such time it is suitably analyzed and the outputs delivered for application. And there again, the application of this mind, bringing in the intellect, is the young scientists that we are looking at. In any of these countries, or even if you look at the developed countries and others today, we talk about the need for an extensive human resource pool, human resource capacity, which helps us to deal with this whole area of big data, data analytics. If you look at the healthcare systems, today, precision medicine is clearly our focus area. Looking at the use of genomic tools to be able to bring in precision diagnostics, to be able to see how you could bring in biomarkers that can help you to do early detection of your key diseases, which also then play a very important role in terms of developing the treatment and the prevention systems. They all depend hugely on this data analytics, big data that we're talking about. We talk about artificial intelligence, machine learnings. They're wonderful as new knowledge that we're generating. But I think the forum such as yours can now, through the collective expertise that you have, not just with the young scientists, but with the large infrastructure from the institutes that you come from, and the collaboration that you bring collectively through many other bilateral programs that each of you may be having, I think it's important for us to now set up clearly, and maybe I'm not really sure, I've not looked at all what Dr. Naik you've been doing in the last couple of years, but you may have already set up a young scientist BRICS data knowledge platform. And I think that is going to be so very important. One is because, as I said, it will not just bring together the pool of information that you have, but will also bring into our young scientists the culture of sharing and gaining through this sharing of knowledge. So I think that is clearly something that we should look at, creating an excellent data hub, which brings in data from all aspects of science, technology, knowledge generation, because many a times we lose out a lot of this data. I just heard Dr. Vashni say that their call for STI for BRICS is out, but many of you will not be in a position to apply because the last date is 30th of September. But that should not deter you. You may still be partners to many such important collaborative projects, or you may get associated with any such collaborative projects which earlier such forums have helped to build up. And collaboration in the true sense will require participation of the young and also sharing of knowledge as we take it forward. I think these sort of platforms that you have been able to build through this Young Scientists Forum and conclave that you're having is very rightly said. It's not a one-off activity, but it's a continuous networking platform. And the ideas that young scientists put out today for taking up new cutting-edge areas of research will be so important for us. It will also be important for us to then set our priorities for the future. The next generation priorities that we put on, or the next call priorities that we put out, need not necessarily be only on those already identified priorities, but they may be on some new cutting edge areas of research where we never actually thought that we would connect so well. It also allows us to have access to the infrastructure, in addition to the knowledge, to the infrastructure and human resource capacities which exist within these countries. So these platforms can also be, and as I heard Dr. Vashni just mentioning, you have some excellent fellowships and joint collaboration activities which do allow this to happen. I think this is the strength that we would like to see many of these young scientists availing of and seeing how we can take it ahead. I think what is also what I would like to, Dr. Naik, pardon me because I haven't really gone through too many details of what your BRICS Young Scientist Forum does. I'm sure you have a special focus on STEM. And that is again, one area which, as you also said in your opening, is very, very close to my heart. And we would love to see some BRICS Young Scientists, maybe STEM fellowships or STEM leadership development programs. You may want to consider that, because that again allows a lot of exchange of ideas, movement of these young researchers from one laboratory to the other. And my experience clearly indicates that these young scientists are actually the building bridges between institutes. Many a times we've seen that, and we faced it in our own very early career when we did not have so much of connection, collaboration existing when we were young students, but we've seen it now. Many a times these collaborative projects which build up is because of some postdoc who's returned from some other laboratory, and that postdoc actually connects the two laboratories together. So these young scientists should not really feel that they are looking only at their project, but they are actually connecting institutes more than connecting industries. And that will give us an opportunity to look at new emerging disruptive technologies which we may want to take up through these collaborations. I know, and the recent calls that have been put out, the genome surveillance of SARS-CoV-2 is one of the priorities that has been put out for BRICS countries and many others. Similarly, in the cyber-physical systems, I know the major mission that DST is now running has a very major focus on technology hubs, on setting up these innovation centers. There again, I think these young scientists play a very important role. India itself, if you see, is now working a lot on creating these innovation capacities within the country. We have moved up the innovation index, but I think working, and each of the BRICS countries has been focusing a lot on this. Collectively, probably the BRICS Young Scientists Innovation Forum would again be a very important forum which can contribute to this. We have an excellent program that we do, and I know it's not just DBT, but DST, Atal Innovation Mission, and others, where we have these incubator connect programs. We have incubation centers which come from the European Union, from US, from UK, and we create these sort of soft landing places, and we have delegations which move, our entrepreneurs who have access to markets, access to technologies. I think the BRICS countries, again, are very well positioned to create one common innovation incubation hub. The reason why I say that is that innovations which are developed in any of these BRICS countries can actually be deployed for action in the other countries because of so much of similarity between our ecosystems, our geographies, our cultural ecosystems, our many similarities. The BRICS, itself has a lot of similarity in its own agenda as we draw. And this connected incubation ecosystem would be the next step so that it completes your agenda of science, technology, and innovation. So you actually have looked at it from all sides. You've brought in cutting edge science, new areas of science research, new tools, new developments through cyber physical, through the healthcare technologies that I just spoke about, the energy systems, where again, we are looking at some very cutting edge technologies, whether they're looking at advanced materials or they're looking at the smart grids or they're looking at urban systems transitions or the aviation fuels. Each of them has its own priority in terms of knowledge generation, development. And through this translational innovation hubs that you create, you will actually be able to see deployments. And this will then lead us to our next phase, which we do with many of the developed countries, but probably a BRICS scientific forum like this can do it, is then it becomes an innovation marketplace where all innovations come together. And believe me, these innovations then need not be deployed just within the BRICS countries. You'll actually see global markets accessing them. So that's, I think, what I'm just trying to convey to these young scientists is, don't just limit yourselves within a small little box that you feel this is the agenda, very well drawn out agenda. I have to compliment you for drawing out, Dr. Naik, a very well structured agenda. But it would also be excellent if these young scientists are given their little freedom to go outside their box and think of what could be the newer areas that they would want to bring in for our future collaborations. And I'm very hopeful that through these collaborations, through the messages that we get from these young students, young researchers, young scientists, we will be able to build the next level of our collaboration and go back to what I started with, the 3C agenda of connection, collaboration, and moving ahead in terms of seeing how you can cooperate with each other. So I'll stop here. I see that I'm on time as per your agenda is concerned, and I don't want to delay you because you've got a heavy agenda. But I really wish, Dr. Naik, it was a physical meeting, because what better than interacting with the students physically? I mean, believe me, it's no fun speaking to computers such as this. Because when you're talking to young students, you actually get enthused when you see their young faces. They're all bubbling with enthusiasm. But nevertheless, I'm sure next year you people will have a physical forum if we can overcome this war. But good luck to all of you, and compliments to Dr. Naik, you, the DST team, and everybody for keeping this alive even within this pandemic time and connecting virtually. So good luck to you. Have a wonderful couple of days that you are for this discussion, and I'm sure you'll go back very energized. And as I said, be the building bridge between not only our nations but our institutes. And we'll be able to develop some wonderful collaborative projects. Thank you. And thank you very much for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Renu. This was a fantastic talk which you gave, and I'm sure really inspiring talk for the young people. And some of the very important suggestions which you made, especially the women in STEM and about the innovation and incubation hub. I'm sure that we will have a detailed discussion with Varshni and my colleague, Dr. Suba, and we would work out these extremely good suggestions. And I'm sure that this will also help us to bring the young people together, build their network, and move forward. And you very rightly said, the current pandemic, the only cooperation, collaboration, which helped quite a bit. So thank you very much for sparing time for us. And I'm sure that we will take your message forward in coming 2 days and afterwards as well. So thank you, Renu. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Naik. Thank you, Dr. Renu Swarup. Science truly knows no boundaries. That's what Dr. Renu point was. And she has asked us to be the building bridges, the scientists, young scientists, to be the building bridges between the institutions and the countries, and also think outside the box. Let's see how well we could think outside the box in the next 3-4 days. More importantly, from Professor Naik to Dr. Varshni to Dr. Renu Swarup, they have been repeatedly telling this should be a platform, there should be a continuity. I think that is the larger message that we should take it from this inaugural session. Before I move to the next item in the agenda, may I kindly request you to switch on your video for a group photo. As everyone have been telling, ideally we would have loved to have it in front of our auditorium here at the institute. Since we can't do it, if you could switch on your video as much as you could, we would like to take a group picture, please. Just give us a minute. Harini, are we ready?
Yes.
There we are. Okay. Harini, we have to smile, not you.
She's telling us that we will smile.
Thank you. Thank you all. One more, Harini?
I guess it should be one more.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Harini. Now let's get back to our main agenda. Let us thank Dr. Renu Swarup, Professor Shailesh Naik, and Dr. Varshney for that inaugural note. Let's move to the heads of the delegation from the 5 countries. The last 2 months, they have been working round the clock to ensure that we are all here meeting each other online. May I kindly request first the head of the delegation from Brazil, Mr. Carlos Matsumoto.
Dr. Chandran, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Can you be a bit louder, Dr. Carlos?
Yes, I'll speak closer to the microphone. Thank you.
Thank you. We can hear you well. Go ahead.
I'd like first to thank you, India, and specifically to Department of Science Technology and to the National Institute of Advanced Studies from Bengaluru for hosting the 6th edition of the Young Scientist Forum. I'd like to thank you to the young scientists who accepted, and the innovators who accepted the invitation to be here today. I'm sure you passed through a very criterious selection process to be here today. And I am sure that you are the most brilliant researchers in your respective areas as a younger researcher and innovator. I would also like to thank you from the Brazilian side to the Brazilian Academy of Sciences that helped us to select our delegation. I would like to mention that the BRICS Young Scientists Forum is one of the main pillars of the BRICS STI cooperation. And it's so important because it's the only, not only, but the main activity that looks to the future. What will be the future of our cooperation, of scientific collaboration, and what we want for this future interaction. And when the Indian colleagues brought the idea of the Young Scientists Forum, the idea I think it was, and we put this in a document in 2019 in the BRICS STI architecture. The idea of creating the BRICS Young Scientists Forum was that in the first years of training, scientists should consider a BRICS counterpart as a natural choice for collaboration. And we truly believe here that the Young Scientists Forum is helping us to achieve this goal. I hope all of you enjoy the next days, sharing your experience, learning from each other, and mainly building new networks of collaboration. I think this is the main goal for us here, is that we can create new collaboration groups, new networks, and you can be supported by the other instruments that the BRICS STI cooperation offers, such as our calls. I know that this kind of interaction is difficult to sometimes to achieve, and the BRICS Young Scientists Forum, it's a good opportunity to you to know each other, and in the future can create new projects together. I will not take too long on this. I hope you you have a good event. I wish a wonderful event to all of you. And thank you again, the Indian colleagues, for the organization of this edition. And unfortunately, we are not physical there in India, but I hope next year in China we could meet again and take the most important results from this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Carlos Matsumoto. That is from Brazil, the head of the delegation. Now let's next move to Ms. Albina Kutsova, the head of Russian delegation here with us. Albina, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Professor Chandran. I would like to greet dear Professor Chandran, Dr. Svaru, Dr. Naik, and Dr. Varshny, dear distinguished heads of the BRICS delegations, Mr. Arvind Kumar, Mr. Carlos Matsumoto, Mrs. Vijinli, Dr. Stanley Mafosa, dear distinguished jury members of the BRICS Young Innovator Prize Contest, dear young scientists and innovators, dear guests, on behalf of the Ministry of Science and Higher Education of the Russian Federation, it's my great pleasure to greet you all at the 6th BRICS Young Scientists Forum. Today, we are participating in one of the most significant events in terms of BRICS science, technology, and innovation cooperation. This forum is designed to unite the best minds of science and innovation on one platform. Dear young scientists and innovators, you have come a long way to be honored to be a part of your national delegations and BRICS family, as we call it. Please accept my sincere congratulations. As you know, the leaders of our countries participated in the 13th summit, which was held online last week on the 9th of September, and as usual stressed the great importance of youth collaboration in different areas, including such areas as science innovation and entrepreneurship, which would ensure a bright future for intra-BRICS cooperation. BRICS Young Scientists Forum is mentioned annually in leaders and ministers' declarations as a significant STI event. We BRICS countries believe that involvement of young people in science will provide scientific breakthroughs in future. You are the drivers of change. You have innovative thinking. You are fearless and you bring new perspectives to global challenges. You are our next generation leaders who empower to transform the system, embrace a new form of development, and form a new BRICS STI agenda. This forum also takes place on the landmark occasion of the 15th anniversary of BRICS Association. With that, it's important to know that STI cooperation is one of the most successful and becoming more and more expanded. In terms of BRICS collaboration, we have our own website, www.stibrics.org. Please visit it, and probably you can find new opportunities and new ideas for you, as we have a very multi-structured STI architecture. In case you have any questions, you can contact us by email, which you can find in the bottom of the website. Also, I would like to say that it's my third time when I am personally participating in BRICS Young Scientists Forum, and I can state that this forum is a unique platform for collaboration. Here you can find new associates, colleagues, partners, and even friends. I have witnessed creation of new scientific teams and win-to-win partnerships, and even marriage couples. But for that, you should be very active, as you are main heroes here. It's an excellent opportunity for you and for BRICS Science as well. I'm also pleased to mention that Young Innovator Contest will take place for the first time, carrying a very good tradition. This contest shows us how many talented young innovators we have in our BRICS countries. In my final remark, I would like to say that, of course, it's very pity that we can't meet face to face, but I'm sure that we will have this opportunity in future being a part of alumni society. Let me express my cordial gratitude for India's efforts to host the BRICS Young Scientists Forum despite the pandemic, for your hard preparatory work to bring us all together today. And let me wish all the participants good luck during the forum and high achievements in your science career as well. I wish you to enjoy the forum and go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is Ms. Albina Kutuzova, head of the Russian delegation. Thank you, Ms. Albina. Now, may I request Dr. Arvind Kumar, head of the Indian delegation. Arvind, the floor is yours, please.
You are muted.
Go ahead, please.
So good morning to Brazil and good afternoon to all other BRICS colleagues and my colleagues from India. On behalf of organizing committee, I am pleased to welcome you all and thank our BRICS colleagues for their kind cooperation and support in preparation and organizing the 6th edition of BRICS Young Scientist Conclave. Our BRICS colleagues, especially Mr. Carlos from Brazil, Ms. Albina from Russia, Ms. Benjing from China, and Ms. Punka from South Africa, have really been cooperative with India in all respects, whether it is sending the nomination or any other information, even at the last stage. As already said by previous speaker, Madam Renu Swarup and Dr. Barsne and even Dr. Subha and our director NIAS, with the collective wisdom and efforts and India's leadership, we started BRICS Young Scientists Forum in 2016 with the aim of building a network of next generation scientific leadership to address our common challenges, societal challenges. And this idea was initially mooted by our Honorable Prime Minister in Fortaleza Summit in Brazil, wherein he said that there is an urgent need to connect the youth. And from taking clue from there, we started in 2016. And so far, we have 5 such conclave already been organized on the rotation basis, and most successfully, the important feature of this conclave. These have resulted in networking of, as of today, about 500 young scientists, innovators. A database of alumni has already been created by our NIAS, and it is already available. There is a need, however, to sustain the existing network and reinforce further. The theme of this year conclave, building better society through the science, technology, and innovation, is apt, considering the fact that only science can address the unprecedented challenges such as COVID-19 pandemic and similar challenges in the future too. We have received full nomination from all countries, all 5 countries, 20 from each country. They represent prestigious institutions covering the length and breadth across in their respective countries. Participation, if you see, is also geographically well distributed, not in India, but other BRICS countries also. I have seen all the data of the scientists in Russia, from Siberian to Moscow, from China, Far Eastern to Western, then North and West. So they are representing very well in geographically distributed terms. And also there is gender balance, which we always consider in the present scenario is very important to keep in the consideration. And if you see the program, there will be about 96 scientific presentations by the young scientists, including 25 young scientists prize completed, and each session will be preceded by a keynote thematic talk by eminent scientists, in which we will put up overall perspective for future research, and we will highlight what are the criteria, what are the priority. As in the even the our inaugural address, Madam Renu Saurabh is highlighting that though we have identified several key areas, but still from the mind of the young scientists, what are the other or the new emerging area where we can focus, and the government can take a program on those areas. At the end of the talk, we are also planning to have a 5 young innovator prize winner who are having shortlisted. They will again present their innovation before the whole audience, because see, this all the program is running in the parallel session, and we may not able to see all the presentation. So what we decided that at the end, let us have a common presentation of top 5 innovators who has been chosen for the Young Scientist Prize, that they may present their work. This time we have also introduced one additional session for networking with the past alumni, because we were thinking that how to connect the alumni who has already been in this forum, but they should also interact with this session young scientists, so that they can share their experience, how this platform has shaped their career path, and what are the new elements could be added to make it more effective. We will also prepare a special report or document which we have considering during our internal preparation, covering all the past conclave. The report will highlight the major achievement as well as shortfall to understand the health of this initiative and recalibration, reorientation of the future activities for making it more effective. So this is another plan. Though we are not meeting in person, but using different digital technology and media, we may try to utilize 4 days as much as possible to gain fully use. The theme and topic of discussion has already been highlighted by Madam Renu Saurabh. It's very, very relevant and need of the hour. We have chosen these 3 areas of conclave for this event through mutual consultation. Not that India has imposed any area. We discussed in our steering committee meeting and decided what is the best 3 areas we can think for this conclave. We may elaborate on all emerging issues in these areas and come up with a roadmap, because with a clear-cut implementation plan, which we are planning to roll out, taking clues or taking ideas from our investors. We as a host are fully prepared to conduct this event hassle-free. In case of any technical or any other problem, our team is ready to take and address in the conclave. I would also like, before concluding my brief remark, I would also like to update our young scientists and other participants here that, as Madam Renu Saurabh was telling, that we should consider some program which may focus on enhancing the ecosystem of the innovation ecosystem of the BRICS countries, keeping in view that there is a lot of commonality and a lot of similarity between our system, our innovation ecosystem, our innovation center. So we are, as a collective effort, and India is taking again the leadership role to prepare an innovation action plan 2021-24. We have already shared the idea with our BRICS counterpart, and it is under the process for expert consultation. And coming next few weeks, means 29th and 30th September, the expert, we call the staff working group meeting will be held, where we will discuss length and breadth what are the possible action plan we can put for coming 3-4 years. So those are already in the place, and the Brazil has also created we call I network, digital reform from where we can connect the youngster or innovator. So all these are in the pipeline. We took note of the very good suggestion that we may start the BRICS STEM program, whether it may be for the fellowship or for some similar activity. So we will consider and bring it into our steering committee, and then of course senior official and the minister level meeting in close consultation with Ministry of External Affairs, who is heading the BRICS matter in terms of foreign policy and all other issues. So all will be done in the close cooperation with all the stakeholders. With these remarks, I close my talk. I wish grand success of the conclave and all the best to our young scientists and innovators. And I hope they will enjoy the session thoroughly. And we are here to all kind of support. We will take care of all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. That is Dr. Arvind Kumar, head of India delegation. Now let's move to Ms. Li Wenqing, head of the Chinese delegation. Ms. Li, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Dr. Suba. Can you hear me? How is my voice?
We can hear. Go ahead.
Okay. Respected Dr. Renu Swat, respected Dr. Sanjeev Varshney, and respected Professor Shailesh Nayok, and respected heads of delegation of BRICS countries. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, all the delegates. It's my pleasure to attend the 6th BRICS Young Scientists Forum. I would like to say that congratulations to the convening of the forum. On behalf of the Department of International Cooperation, Ministry of Science and Technology of China, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our Indian colleagues, the Department of the Department of Science and Technology, the National Institute of Advanced Studies, for the arrangement and hard work of preparation. So in China, we had conducted an internal selection and nomination process, and formed the relatively big delegation to this forum. They are all excellent young scientists in their respective areas. And later they will give their own self-introduction. As just Carlos mentioned, you are all excellent young scientists and innovators. So we are very much looking forward to your presentations and discussions. As you know, that BRICS Science, Technology, and Innovation Cooperation is one of the most important areas under the Leaders Summit. We have achieved substantial progress, including STI policy exchanges, joint research, Young Scientist Forum and Innovator Prize, cooperation in thematic areas, which has contributed to the Leaders Summit. The Young Scientist Forum was proposed by India, and the first forum was held in 2016 in Bengaluru in India. Now we are happy to begin a new round of the Young Scientist Forum. As roughly calculated, more than 500 young scientists participated in the forum, exchanged their ideas and study progress in terms of identified thematic areas. The young scientists have also proposed constructed suggestions, and we are also happy to know that some young scientists have forged cooperation through this platform. They applied joint research projects together. So young people play an irreplaceable role in promoting innovation. All of BRICS countries highly values the development of young people. In this sense, promoting the exchanges and communications among BRICS countries has significance to STI development and the sustainable development of BRICS economy and society. I hope that through this forum, young scientists from BRICS countries will enhance the mutual understanding and trust, forge friendship, and participate in the BRICS STI cooperation. I believe that the cooperation between BRICS young people will bring new impetus to the BRICS cooperation. Taking this opportunity, I would like to say that next year, China will take the presidency of BRICS. We will also host the Young Scientist Forum and Innovator Prize. So I sincerely welcome you, or you could recommend other candidates to join this forum. I hope next Young Scientist Forum will be a physical one. Finally, I wish the forum a great success and looking forward to the wonderful presentations and the fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Li Wenjing, for that note, and also welcoming us for the next workshop. Hopefully, we should be able to meet in person next year. Now I invite Dr. Stanley Mafosa, the head of South Africa delegation. Dr. Stanley.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Dr. Suba Chandran. Good morning to everyone, or good afternoon, depending on where you are, because we have different time zones across the 5 BRICS countries. As indicated and introduced, my name is Dr. Stanley Maposa. I come from the Academy of Science of South Africa, ASAF, which is a public entity working with and working under the Department of Science and Innovation in South Africa, which is the parent Ministry of Science and Innovation in the country. The Academy of Science of South Africa is a nominating partner of the BRICS Young Scientists Forum since its beginning in 2016. And I had the pleasure to be amongst the first group that attended in India in 2016. And just like the other academies of science that are located in the BRICS countries, science academies have mandates to nominate the best scientists in the country and recognize their excellency as the brain trust of the nation. But secondly, science academies have a role to provide what we call science advice to government. And that's the reason why the Academy of Science of South Africa, working with the Department of Science and Innovation in South Africa, are part and parcel of this forum on an annual basis. And this being the 6th BRICS Young Scientists Forum. I would like to appreciate the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology in the Ministry of Science and Technology in India, Dr. Renu Sarap, the Head of International Cooperation, Science and Technology in the Government of India, Dr. Sanjeev Vashni, as well as the other BRICS coordinators that have already spoken before me, Carlos Mutsuto, Albina Mutozowa, Mr. Avid Kuma, and Ms. Li Wenjin, who has just spoken some few minutes ago, together with my colleague, Ms. Punka Mdaka from South Africa. And I also want to appreciate all young scientists as well as young innovators from the BRICS countries that are participating in this prestigious forum today. I would like to start off by thanking the National Institute of Studies in Bengaluru, India, who have worked together with the Department of Science and Technology in India to organize once again this prestigious BRICS Young Scientists Forum during the COVID-19 days when it is so difficult for us to be able to meet face to face as we would have liked to do so like in the previous meeting. But despite that, we have the power of technology. We also have hardworking people that have enabled us to come together so as to support this scientific engagement and cooperation, as well as the networking of our young researchers and innovators. Virtually speaking, as we are seated where we are today, we are like people who are in Bengaluru. And let's take it like that. And thank you for the efforts of the organizers. All things being equal, we trust that young scientists from South Africa, 17 of them, as well as 2 young innovators, will have an opportunity one day to visit that beautiful National Institute of Advanced Science in Bengaluru. To our young researchers and innovators, I would like to welcome you to this exciting forum, which aims to reinforce, change, and shape your careers. From today onwards, your careers will not be the same again. The 6th Young Scientists Forum demonstrates the determination as well as the commitment of the 5 BRICS countries in the development, harnessing, and building of networks of the young scientists and innovators. It has already been said that use this opportunity and the opportunity going forward to collaborate and to work together, because the inclusion of this stream of Young Scientists Forum in the BRICS multilateral program is not only strategic, but it is also innovative in the sense that young scientists are the voice of this block of countries and this system of science. So there is enough enthusiasm and enough support for you to participate and ensure that this pipeline of science, technology, and innovation in the BRICS countries develops and grows. For the 6 years now, the BRICS Young Sciences Forum has brought researchers and innovators that have been selected through a rigorous process, like it has happened today, so that you come and innovate, you come together, you come and work together to discuss some of these socio-economic problems that are common in the countries that form the BRICS network. This is not just for you to share your research and your studies, but we expect you to make recommendations for policy. We expect you to talk to the themes that have been given to you and make recommendations so that these 5 countries can begin to develop innovations and solutions that will address their communities to be better places to live in. The themes are healthcare, energy solution, cyber physical systems, and these are interesting. And when you look at them, the cross-cutting issue there is innovation, and therefore innovators have been brought together here so that they'll be able to make us innovate in terms of the 3 issues that we are dealing with here today. I also encourage academies of science in the 5 countries to play a leading role in assisting government to advance opportunities and scholarship for young researchers through various forums like this one, so that future generation of scientists and innovators may be grown. We don't want academies of sciences to be only gray and male. We want them to be also female and also young, so that young researchers would connect with the academy. So when you go back to your countries, young innovators and young researchers, connect to your to your science academies and work with them, so that what you gain here is not for you as an individual, but it is something that benefits your institution where you come from, but also the country where you come from. Finally, during this forum, I trust that you'll share new ideas and challenges, and you also challenge the status quo, and you'll be able to learn from one another and broaden your horizons and networks and create what we call net worth that will make you to be on top of your game in your different fields. Therefore, use this opportunity that has been given to you that many are looking for to network, build lasting collaborations, and assist the country where you come from. We are excited to join you to be part of this program. That is exciting in the few days to come. And I would like to take this opportunity to wish you all a fruitful time of deliberation and engagement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Stanley Murphos. I remember our conversation in the 2016 inaugural edition. I think it's come a full circle, as you said. Wish we are hosting it in our campus and we are able to see you here. Let's hope it happens soon. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Stanley Murphos, for those encouraging words. Now we'll move to the next agenda, the introduction. But before I do, I have a small PowerPoint to discuss maybe a couple of minutes on the logistics of how we are going to do the next 2 or 3 days. I hope you can see the screen. Harini, the screen is visible?
Sir, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, China.
Harini, is it?
No, yeah, now it's okay.
It's visible now, sir. Please go to the presentation mode.
Okay.
Go to the
Yes,
go
sir.
to the presentation mode.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Today, just I won't take more than a couple of minutes. This is day 1. You have already seen. Day 2 tomorrow. After our introduction today, we have a plenary session in which all of us will be there. All the 4 groups. We have a special lecture on energy solutions by Professor Dinesh Kumar Srivastava. It's headed by Professor Dr. V.S. Ramamurthy, former Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, and also an emeritus professor at the Institute. After that plenary discussion, we will break into 4 breakup sessions, on healthcare, energy solutions, cyber physical system innovators. I would like to request you all to kindly use the same name that you have registered, or when you enter into the forum, please use the name that you have given us, so that we will be able to identify and help you in moving across these 4 groups. So please remember that the name we would be able to identify with the names that you have given, or the names that we have. So this will be the same thing that would happen on day 3. We will meet for the plenary. That the 3rd day we will have a cyber physical security, the lecture on by Dr. Viresh Kumar. It will be chaired by one of the deans of School of Aviation, Banastali Vidyapith in Rajasthan in North India. Again, we will break into 4 groups. I'll request, as I have already said, we have shared this with you earlier as well, 7 minutes for individual presentation. We'll have it in 2 groups so that we have 4 or 5 presentation, and then have 20 to 25 minutes of discussion in those individual groups. So this is day 3. Day 4, as Dr. Arvind said, we will start with an interaction with the BRICS alumni, people from the previous batches, mostly from the Indian alumni from the last 4 or 5 batches. They will have an introduction about their work, how they found this network useful, and what they can do, or what we all can do together in taking this process forward. And then after that discussion with the alumni, we will again break into 3 groups. By the time the innovation group would have met, so that there would be the adjudicators for the innovators group will be discussing on who has come first. So following which, we will have a short presentation of the top 5 innovators, and the innovators, adjudicators, will announce the prize on the day. This would be followed by valedictory address and a vote of final notes from heads of the delegation from all the 5 countries. So this is what the 4-day program is all about. We have a portal, this would be your portal, because you will be there in this portal henceforth, BRICS.ysf.org. As you could see, the one that we have, I have shared this. If you could go to the 2021 conclave, you would have the program listed. We also have a page for all the participants. Some of you, I request you to send a picture so that we can update this portal, because today you are participant, tomorrow you'll be a part of a larger platform and an alumni. So I kindly request you, some of you have already sent, some of you, I'm yet to receive from you. The page will look something like this for every one of you. This page will become the identity for you as a BRICS young scientist alumni. This is what we would want to build, as Dr. Renu Swarup talked about, building bridges and building a platform. And this is one of the objective of the Department of Science and Technology India as well, to have you as a part of a network, not end up just a 3 days workshop or a conclave. So I would request those to send that small note about you so that you can become a part of our alumni network. Lastly, I would also like to mention the social media network. I have a very strong young team here, which has really worked hard in having the work of the BRICS alumni and you in the next few days, have it in our portal, in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. The idea is to network, and as Dr. Stanley also said, to interact with each other on a real-time basis. So that's what I just wanted to share with you on what we will be doing in the next 3 days. So with that note, now let's move to the final item of the day, that individual introduction. We will start with participants from China, and then India, Russia, South Africa, and then Brazil in that order. Just give me a minute, Dr. Yang. I'll just come back to you if there is a question. I would request you to take a minute, because there are 125 of us, so even if it is 1 minute, you know that it's going to be more than 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I request you to take a minute to introduce about your work, because that's what we would want to know. What is your work? And maybe a small note about the institution that you belong to. So 3 things: what you are doing, what you are working currently, and a note about your institution in a minute. We'll go in this order. I'll request one of my young scholars to give you put a list of the names, and we will go in that order. Is there a question, Mr. Mi Yan?
No, sorry, I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're most welcome. We will have enough time to thank each other. Thanks again, Mi Yan. Yeah. Now we'll start with the Chinese participants. Avishka, can you in the chat box? Can you just give the list?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've just put the list in the chat box.
So we will start with Ma Bing-chi, Ming Li, Yuan, Qing Yang, Guan, in that order. We'll start with Ma Bing-chi.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Ma Bing-xie from Guangzhou Medical University, Guangzhou, China. And I'm also a research fellow at Harvard Medical School. My research area including biomaterials, nanomedicine, drug delivery, and 3D bioprinting. And I'm so honored to have this opportunity to attend 6 young scientists forum to learn and to share my research work tomorrow. So thanks for the India organization and hard work. Wish a successful conference. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move to Ming Li from Kunming Institute of Zoology.
Hello, everyone. This is Ming Li from Kunming Institute of Zoology. It's my great pleasure to attend this BRICS Young Scientist Forum. And my research interests are using the genomic and the genetic tools to identify the biomarkers and the preventions for psychiatric disorders, such as schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. We have developed several potential drug targets to treat and control psychiatric disorders, which I will talk about tomorrow. So I'm from Kunming, Yunnan province in China. And I think many of you know that the COP15 conference is going to be held in Kunming, and the topic is about biology diversity. This is really a very beautiful city, and it has many plants and animals. And it is also called the Spring City. On behalf of Kunming, I welcome everyone to come to visit here. That's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Lee. Undoubtedly, it's a beautiful city. We would love to take your invitation and come and meet you sometime. We will move to T-Fei Yuan next.
Hi, it's T-Fei from Shanghai Mental Health Center. So I focus on psychiatry research, and I will have my talk on Wednesday evening. So Shanghai Mental Health Center is the largest hospital for psychiatry specialty in the world. And we have like 1 million outpatients per year. So it's pretty large. I've been to India 2 years ago to attend the International Addiction Medicine meeting in New Delhi. So I think it's a great chance for us to exchange our research and share our recent findings. So my primary study focused on the addiction medicine. We try to identify new therapies against the addiction treatment. So we try to treat alcohol abuse and also the methamphetamine addiction in China. So I will see you on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, T-Fei. That was a wonderful background. We wish we could be there with you. We'll move to Ching Yang next. Ching Yang?
So Ching Yang is not with us right now.
Okay, then we'll move to next. I request you to kindly open the chat box. You could see the list of names there so that it is easier for you. Since many names are quite new to us, it's also easier for us to read. So I request you to kindly open the chat box. And maybe if you could be kind enough to tell us how we should call you, it's much easier because the name that we see is quite sometimes very difficult. Next, I invite Weijie Guan.
Hello, so everybody, it's my great honor to be here attending the BRICS Young Scientist Forum. I'm a physician from the First Affiliated Hospital of Guangzhou Medical University. So I major in the management of acute and chronic airway inflammatory diseases. So one of my research area covers the clinical management of asthma, COPD, and bronchiectasis. I'm also particularly interested in analyzing how the pathogenic bacteria and viruses interact with the course of the disease. And since 2020, I have also been involved in the COVID-19 research. So I will be delivering my research on this Thursday regarding the clinical characteristics as well as the therapeutics in terms of COVID-19. So glad to be here once again. Thank you all.
Thank you, Weijie. That is Mr. Guan from Guangzhou Medical University. All the 4 people who introduced, they are from the healthcare sector. Now we'll move to the Chinese participant from the energy solutions. I invite Chia Ching Cheong from Donghua University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chia Ching Cheong. I am really pleased to attend this Young Scientist Forum. I came from Innovation Center for Textile Science and Technology at Donghua University in Shanghai of China. My research focuses on energy harvesting, functional fibers, smart textiles, and wearable devices and bioelectronics. We target material and functional integration for software electronics design, utilize the distributed energy around human body as power source and safe power systems for valuable and human-machine interactions, which could realize human motion detection and healthcare monitoring in real time. Taking this opportunity, I look forward to sharing our outcomes, hopefully could communicate well with all the scientists and colleagues on the energy issue and the current challenges in this field, especially how to achieve the materials innovation to build intelligent interface for the future human-machine and the environment interactions, serving better for human life. Also, hopefully we can build networks for wonderful collaborations in the future with this valuable platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chiang. That is Chiang from Donghua University. Now let's go to Chin Yang from Shandong University of Science and Technology.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Yang Xin. I'm an associate professor in Shandong University of Science and Technology, Qingdao, China. Thanks very much for India Department of Science and Technology and Moscow, China, to give me this opportunity to participate in this Young Scientist Forum. My major research focused on the optoelectronic materials and devices, such as organic light-emitting device and the flexible, transparent conducting materials and devices. So I hope to meet you in Qingdao, and after the COVID-19 was finished, I wish to meet you all in Qingdao. So thank you.
Thank you. We will take that very seriously and looking forward to see you in your place, Chen Yang. Let's move to Mi Yan next.
Okay, thank you, Chair. I'm glad here. I'm Mi Yan from Zhejiang University of Technology. I'm associate professor. We are located in Hangzhou City. How to say? Maybe some guys know our city. The Asian Game next year will organize in our city, so you are welcome. And how to say? Of course, the famous company B2B Alibaba is found in our city. Back to my research, I focus on waste to energy, particularly municipal solid waste incineration for electricity production and substitute water gasification of food waste or sludge. I think municipal solid waste is a common challenge for all BRICS countries. So I hope we can do some contribution together for the disposal of municipal solid waste and improvement of citizen living. I hope we can get a fairly fruitful meeting for our friendship and for our knowledge. Again, I'm glad to be here, and best wish for your health and your work. That's all. Thank you. Back to the chairman.
Thank you, Mian. That's a very interesting work. I think for all the municipalities, your work would be very useful, especially me sitting in Bangalore, I can understand that. Let's move to E. Wong, University of Hong Kong now.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you well. And
okay, great. So this is E. Wong from the University of Hong Kong. I'm now still in quarantine because I just fly from Switzerland, and so my research interests include data analytics for smart power and energy systems, cyber physical power and energy systems, and also multi-energy system coupling. So the main goal of my research is to increase the integration of renewable energy in the power and energy systems, and try to transform the data connected from different sensors into information and into knowledge, and embed this kind of knowledge into the decision making in the power systems. And it's my great honor to attend this forum and share my research with all of you in the following 3 days. And it's also a very great opportunity for me to learn the idea from you. So it's a great chance to attend this forum, and thanks.
Thank you, Iwan. Now let's move to Qibei Chu from Tianjin University.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Chandran. Dear guest, my name is Jiabei Zhu, now a full professor with Tianjin University, China, a top 20 university in China. It's my privilege to introduce myself to you, even in this unusual way. I know we would rather be offline and wish we could meet in person, but I'm glad that we can all do our part to reduce the transmission of COVID-19 and stay healthy. I came to the UK on 2018 first to do a master's degree, then continue my PhD study. And then I went back to China as from the UK power industry of national grid and to join Tianjin University as a professor. Now my research focus include renewable power generation and modern power system operation strategies. Thank you very much all, and that's my end of my introduction. I wish you have a great time and a productive discussions on the future collaboration and friendship.
Thank you. We share your concern, the wish we were all here in person to have this interaction. Thank you. We'll move to Yijun Chui from Nanjing University of Aeronautics and Astronomics.
Hi all, nice to meet you. I'm Yijun Cui from Nanjing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics. I do not design or sell the airplane because I'm an assistant professor in College of Electronics, Information and Engineering. My main research interest is hardware security for integrated circuits. One of the key technology is physical uncontrolled function, also called PUFs. PUFs are the most often based on unique physical variations which occur naturally during semiconductor manufacturing and typically used in applications with high security requirements. It's my pleasure to be here to join the Young Scientists Forum and exchange the research experience and ideas with colleagues from the BRICS countries. Hope we can meet in person and collaborate with each other in the near future. Thank you all.
Thank you. We will now invite Chia Shuai Sun from Xiamen University.
Thank you. So greetings to everyone. So this is Xiaoshui Sun, an associate professor from Xiamen University. So currently I'm with the Department of AI. I'm also a co-supervisor of the Institute of Artificial Intelligence at Xiamen University. So my research interests include deep learning, computer vision and pattern recognition, multimedia content analysis and retrieval. So tomorrow I will deliver a short presentation about cross-modality content analysis and its applications. So you are welcome to join me in this adventure, and I'm looking forward to the in-depth discussions in the forum. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Sun. We'll next move to Yi Zhao from Xiamen University.
Hello everyone. My name is Yi Zhou, and it's my great honor to attend the BRICS Young Scientists Forum. Currently, I'm a postdoctoral researcher of Xiamen University. I'm also a member of Media Analytics and Computing Labs of Xiamen University. My research interests includes deep learning, vision and language, and computer visions. More specifically, my research tasks are visual question answering and referring expression comprehensions. The first one is a task about answering human questions based on the given image. It's also called a visual Turing test. And the second one is a task of locating the target instance in the images according to the natural language descriptions. Basically, my research target is to help the computer to understand humans' language and then performs the corresponding visual recognitions. That's my brief introduction. Thank you very much, and wish you all have a good day.
Thank you. That's Zhao from Xiamen University again. We'll now move to Fei Chao, again from Xiamen University.
Hi, everyone. So good to meet you all through the internet. I'm Fei Chao. I'm an associate professor from Xiamen University. My research interests includes machine learning and reinforcement learning in robotics. So one very interesting work of mine is about robotic calligraphy. So my robot can write some Chinese characters, English letters, and numerals. Actually, my robot is not like a printer, which just can generate some predefined trajectories only. So actually, my robot can learn someone's personal writing features, styles, or even bears. So actually, it can mimic someone's personal signatures. So I will have a presentation on day 3. So I hope I will see you there and share more ideas. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ciao. We'll move to Ching Sun from Chengsao University.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ching Sun from Zhengzhou University. It's one of the 42 first-class universities in China. And my research work includes the many focus on the flexible electronic materials and devices, such as the organic semiconductors, dielectric materials, and biomaterials for the thin film transistors application to realize its sensing and memory functions, and finally for the integrated circuits application. It's my pleasure to attend this Young Scientist Forum to share and discuss my work with you. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ching. Now let's move to Jun Chao Zhao from University of Science and Technology, China.
Okay, thanks, Doctor. Hello, everyone. This is Jun Chao Zhao. It's my great pleasure to be here to attend this forum and the case of the epidemic of COVID-19. I am a PhD student from University of Science and Technology of China. My current research interests focus on energy-related fires prevention, such as oil profile, lithium battery fire, etc. I participated in the innovator competition, and the theme was about the energy solution. And tomorrow I will deliver a presentation about how to prevent the fire. Yeah. Through this forum, I want to build a good cooperation with young scientists from BRICS countries. I hope everyone could enjoy themselves and learn something from this forum. Okay, thanks. That's all.
Thank you. Now let's move to Chiang Li from Nanjing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics.
Okay, I'm great honor to join this Young Innovators Conclave. My name is Jiang Li. I'm a student working towards a doctorate degree in the Information and Communication System from the Nanjing University of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Nanjing is a historic and beautiful city. My current research focuses on the hardware information security, including physical unclonable functions and emerging non-volatile memory. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chiang Li. Now let's move to Chi Lei from Xiamen University.
Hello, everyone. This is Jie Li. I'm currently a third-year PhD candidate at MEC Lab School of Informatics, Xiamen University, China. Xiamen is a beautiful city which deserves a visit, and welcome to visit here. My research interests are in machine learning and computer vision, especially in robust deep learning. I currently research how to attack and then protect the deep neural network. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chi Li. We'll move to Huafeng Guang from Xiamen University again.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Greeting everyone. I'm a PhD student from the Xiamen University in Xiamen, China. And my research interests are in machine learning and computer vision, especially in deep advanced learning and face anti-spoofing and deepfake detection. Anyone, it's a pleasure to meet all of you, and I hope we learn from each other. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Guang. Let's move to Juni Chao from Peking Union Medical College Hospital, China. Avishka, we
Sir,
don't have. Yeah?
he hasn't joined the meeting
He
yet.
hasn't joined. Is there anyone else from the Chinese delegation? I think we missed Qing Yang from National Center for Protein Sciences, Beijing. Okay. From the rest of the participants, do you have any questions to our Chinese delegation at this stage, or we will grill them during the sessions? Any questions to them, our Chinese delegations? Okay, none. We'll move to the Indian delegation next. I'll request my colleague Avishka to call them one by one. We'll start with Arvind Kumar Banali Biswas. Biswas. Kindly, check the chat box. Yeah, we will go in that order. Avishka, over to you. Take it from here, please. We'll start with Arvind Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Yeah, hi to all. I'm Dr. Arvind Kumar Rangan, working as a faculty in the Department of Biomedical Engineering at IIT Hyderabad. This is one of the top 10 engineering institutes in India. I'm a physician turned biomedical engineer. My area of research includes cancer nanotechnology and biomaterials. We are working on nanotheranostics for breast and skin cancer. We have recently started working on nanomedicines for antimicrobial therapeutics that include antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. My presentation will be happening tomorrow evening. I welcome you all. I'm very happy to be a part of this Young Scientist Forum. Looking forward to exciting collaborations in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Arvind. Next, we have Barnali Biswas from ICMR, National Institute for Research in Reproductive Health.
Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Barnali Biswas, and I am as a DST Inspire faculty at the National Institute for Research in Reproductive Health. So we are at Mumbai, and our institute focuses on the various issues of reproductive health in accordance with the national needs and the priorities. And my broad area of research is male infertility and post-translation modification, that is N-glycosylation and its impact in male spermatogenesis. So I have my talk on Wednesday, and I will be discussing on sugar logistics gone wrong and its impact on male infertility. I'm glad to be part of the forum, and I look forward for in-depth discussions and more collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you, Barnali. I'd like to invite Elima Hussain from Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology, Guwahati.
Hello everyone. Thank you for having me here as a young scientist from India. Myself, Elima Hussain, and I'm working as a senior research fellow in the Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology, which is one of the state-of-the-art institutes in India under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. My research areas are computer-aided diagnosis and medical image processing. Currently, me and my team are working on developing artificial intelligence-based software for early diagnosis of oral cancer and cervical cancer. We have completed the software, which is proof of concept stage and successfully undergoing the clinical trial phase in some renowned hospital in India. So we are welcome for future collaborations from the BRICS nation, and I'm looking forward to share my research presentation on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Elima. Next, we have Subhash NN from the Department of Medical Device Engineering, SCTI-MST.
Greetings, everyone. This is Subhash from Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Science and Technology. I'm a mechanical engineer, and currently my area of interest is medical device engineering. Specifically, our focus is high-risk implants such as artificial heart valves, artificial stents for keeping blood flow in the heart, and devices such as annuloplasty ring, aortic stent graft, which are all minimally invasive devices of high-risk category. Second is very low-risk devices such as orthotic and rehab devices and prosthetics. So in past 30 years, our institute is involved in technology translation, working hands with industry. So currently looking forward with all the BRICS young scientists and team, and looking forward for future collaboration and networking. Thanks.
Thank you, Subhash. Next, I'd like to invite Subrota Hathi from Kamdhenu University, Gujarat.
Hello, everyone. I'm audible, madam?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you all. I'm Dr. Subrata. I'm working as an assistant professor in Dairy Microbiology Department in Essential College of Dairy Science, Kamden University, Anand, Gujarat. It's the western part of India, and I am basically in Anand. It is called Milk City in India. My area on research is mostly probiotics and peptidomics. Basically, we are working on milk peptides, which have a different biofunctional properties, as you know. And my target is to create a reference data bank from Indian breeds like goat, sheep, camel, which have a very good beneficial properties. And mostly I'm also working side by with probiotics, which have a very good health benefits through which we can use as a alternative to the antibiotics. So tomorrow I'll talk about the probiotics on poultry health to remove the antibiotics and produce a antibiotic-free egg and meat production. And I also think that we'll make a good collaboration with the other BRICS countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Subrota. I'd like to invite Balaji Kumar from Vellore Institute of Technology.
Thank you, Avishka. I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Balaji Kumar, working as Assistant Professor Senior in the School of Mechanical Engineering at Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore. In Tamil Nadu, it is one of the cultural and traditional states. And I'm very much interested in designing various sustainable cooling and heating energy systems, such as radiant cooling, evaporative cooling, absorption heat pump, geothermal heat pump, chiller and cold storage. And in addition to that, hybrid and poly generation systems for buildings and solar collector and heat pump water heater. So I'm very much learn about the things, and I would like to share my research results with you all tomorrow at evening. Hopefully we'll meet soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Balaji. We now move on to Kiran Nayak.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kiran Nayak from Mechanical Engineering Department, National Institute of Technology, Rourkela, India. My institute is one of the 20 best engineering institutions in India. My research works are majorly focused on sustainable energy and buildings, working on energy-water nexus, and implementation of artificial intelligence machine learning tool for thermal analysis of heat and mass exchanges. On the second day of this BRICS conclave, I'm going to talk on sorption-based mobile thermal energy storage for district heating or cooling system. And I am looking forward to have future collaborations with BRICS nations. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiran Nayak. I now call upon Gargi Goswami from Geetam University.
Thank you, Avishka. Hello, everyone. A very good evening. I am Dr. Gargi Goswami. Presently, I'm working as an assistant professor with the Department of Biotechnology, Geetam University. My areas of research interest have long been focused on wastewater bioremediation, especially industrial wastewater, and simultaneous, development of sustainable bioprocess for the production of biofuels and high-value metabolites. So the work has been done in collaboration with Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, and I'll be presenting the work on the 15th of September. As now I am based in Visakhapatnam, and it is a beautiful city along the eastern coastline of India. So presently my research focus is on production of PUFAs and phycobilin proteins using marine sources. And I'm really happy to be a part of this forum, and I look forward to great interaction and future collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you, Gargi. I'd now like to invite Saurabh Pandey from Indian Institute of Technology, Patna. Saurabh Pandey. Okay, we'll move on to the next name. We have Sonal Tengane from Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sonal Tengane, and I'm a faculty in the Department of Hydro and Renewable Energy at IIT Roorkee, India. IIT Roorkee is one of the oldest institutions of Asia, and it is going to complete 175 years this year. And it's located in the land of gods known as Devbhoomi, Uttarakhand. I did my PhD in chemical engineering from IIT Bombay Monash Research Academy. It's a joint venture of IIT Bombay, India and Monash University, Australia. And then I did postdocs at MIT and UC Berkeley in the field of biomass conversion technologies. As we all know that the global demand for this like water, energy and food is increasing significantly. And so are the concerns associated with these basic entities. Hence, there is a strong need of interdisciplinary interventions to address these concerns and develop some innovative solutions. So my research group at IIT Roorkee is working on like resolving some of the energy and environmental issues through research in the areas of biomass, biochar, waste to energy, and wastewater treatment. I am so excited to be a part of this conclave, and I am looking forward to listening to other young counterparts. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonal Tengne. We'll move on to Vijay Kumar Jadhav from SRTM University.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Myself, Vijay Kumar Jadhav. I am working as an assistant professor in SRTM University, Nanded from Maharashtra. Before joining as an assistant professor, I did my postdoc in South Korea and Ireland, where I worked on energy storage device fabrication. Basically, presently, I'm working on energy storage device fabrication by using 2D and 3D structure material. And I will talk more about my research on Wednesday. I hope to see you there, and we will have very good interaction over there. So thank you all.
Thank you, Vijay Kumar. I now invite Deepika Kaundal from University of Petroleum and Energy Studies.
Hi all. I'm Dr. Deepika, working as an assistant professor at University of Petroleum and Energy Studies, Dehradun, Uttarakhand in India. So my areas of interest are artificial intelligence, biomedical imaging and signal processing, deep learning and machine learning. So currently I'm working in a healthcare domain. As seen from the pandemic and societal perspective, it becomes very important at early stage. And with the growth of the cyber-physical systems, the healthcare technologies are drifted away from the local clinics to monitor the patients remotely who need it at most, especially in pandemic scenario. So patients in rural and remote areas can connect over videos with their physicians for routine care and consultation. So edge computing architecture makes the generation of data easier, and its consumption by the Internet of Medical Things like physicians' notebooks, nurses' smartphones, sensor-based patient monitoring tools, and other healthcare technologies. So advanced artificial intelligence technologies has also accelerated its growth in various applications. Sensors and devices that facilitate the continuous patient monitoring could alert the providers of clinically meaningful changes and opportunities for early interventions. So the overall goal of my research is towards to develop an intelligent healthcare diagnostic system with cyber-physical system that can suggest the medical measures to take for the type of disease under consideration based on the symptoms when we are visiting the doctors. So till now, I have developed many techniques for early detection of diseases like thyroid nodules, detection of COVID-19 patients using X-ray and CT images, early detection of diseases remotely using W-band and IOMT. And I have also developed the multimodal image fusion technique where we have integrated the CT images and MRI images so that we can highlight the features which would be helpful in detecting the diseases at an earlier stage. So currently, I am working in early diagnosis of neurodegenerative disorders and dental disorders using IMT and cyber-physical systems. So I'm very excited to be at this forum, and I'm looking forward to be in a good team. Thank you. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you, Deepika. I now invite Durga Prasad from VIT Bhopal University.
Hi, everyone. I am Durga Prasad Babrisetti, a senior assistant professor at VIT Bhopal in India. So I did my PhD at VIT Vellore in the area of computer vision. Especially, I did my research on mono and multi-sensor image fusion. After my PhD, I got a postdoc opportunity from Shanghai Jiaotong University, where I studied the effect of multi-sensor image fusion on visual target tracking. And then I worked as algorithm expert at the Department of AI of Alibaba Group of Companies in Shanghai, where I handled computer vision projects related to 3D object detection, automatic checkout system, and visual 3D reconstruction. Prior to joining at VIT Bhopal, I also worked as contract researcher at NTNU Norway, where I mainly worked on computer vision problems related to autonomous driving. So basically my research area, it is the intersection of information fusion, machine learning, and computer vision. I thank BRICS YSF selection committee for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this great event. In this conclave, I will be presenting my work related to computer vision for autonomous driving. Thank you.
Thank you, Durga Prasad. I now move on to Rajlakshmi Kishore from National Institute of Engineering, Mysore.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Rajlakshmi Kishore here. Currently, I am working as Associate Professor at National Institute of Engineering, Mysore, India. I'm a teacher turned researcher, and my current research is focused on energy efficient and spectral efficient wireless communication networks, such as ambient backscattering communication network, intelligent reflecting surface, non-orthogonal multiple access, cognitive radio-based IoT networks. And our research collaborators include professors from various international universities like Texas A&M University, Texas, Memorial University, Canada, Khalifa University, UAE. And I'll be presenting my work on energy efficient low power techniques in cyber physical systems. And thank you for the opportunity. And I'm glad to be the part of BRICS Young Scientist Conclave. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajlakshmi. We'll now move on to Udit Satija from Indian Institute of Technology, Patna.
Thank you, Avishka. So I am Dr. Udit Satija, working as an assistant professor at the Department of Electrical Engineering, Indian Institute of Technology, Patna. So IIT Patna is situated in the Bihar state of India, which is northern part of the India. So I am working on developing different low complex frameworks for cardiac and healthcare monitoring systems, such as ECG, PPG, phonocardiogram. Also, I'm working on detecting at early stages for Parkinson's, seizures, and other neurological disorders. I'm glad to be a part of this conclave, and I'm looking forward for the future collaboration from other participants from the other countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Udit Satija. I now invite Kumar Ankit from Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru. Kumar Ankit.
Hi, hi, this is Kumar Ankit, and I'm currently pursuing my PhD in the field of cyber physical systems at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, under the Prime Minister Research Fellowship. I have completed my bachelor's in mining engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur in 2018. Beside my major as an undergraduate, I work around the autonomous application of drones in agriculture, industrial robotics, and swarm of ground vehicles. My current research area are in the fields of guidance, navigation, and autonomous control of multi-agent systems. Being a Prime Minister Research Fellow, my project is inclined towards the coordinated use of drones and ground vehicles for defense and agricultural purposes, aligned to our country's national priorities. Apart from my academics, I like to trek in the mountains and go on long road trips. And it's been my pleasure to be a part of the conclave this year, to meet you all in this conclave, and hoping to share my knowledge and expertise in this regard and get beautiful insights from all the minds around the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar Ankit. I now invite Korobi Kanwar from Tezpur University.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Assam. My name is Korobi Kanwar, and I am a PhD research scholar from Department of Physics, Tezpur University, India. And I'm working under the supervision of Professor Pritam Dev. And I am basically working in the field of nanomagnetism and neutron scattering. And the core of my research is basically development of superparamagnetic demagnetized secondary nanosystems and its applicability in the field of MRI contrast agent and therapeutic agents. So I'm highly obliged to be presented here, and thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kurubi. I now invite Rajesh Yadav from Indian Institute of Science. Rajesh Yadav. Okay, we'll move on to the next participant, Sadia Wasim from CSIR, National Physical Laboratory. Sadia, we can't hear you. Sadia, there is an issue with your audio. We'll come back to you. We'll move on to Sarjay Rao Doltade from Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad.
Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sarjay Rao Doltade. I did my PhD in chemical engineering from ICT Mumbai, and right now I am NIAS fellow at IIT Hyderabad. I have been working on water treatment, biofuels, and chemical pre-processing of juices and vegetables. I have my own startup called YSF Technology, LLP, Mumbai, and we scale up the technology in the area of juice processing, water treatment, and biofuels. And whatever research we do in the IIT, we scale up through our startup, YSF. And I will be going to present in BRICS about the chemical pre-processing of juices and vegetables. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarjay Rao. Sadia, can you present now?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sadia. I'm a DST research fellow.
Sadia, if you are using two machines, close one, please.
Oh, okay, sir. Is it okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry for the disturbances earlier. I would like to start once again. Hello, everyone. I'm Sadia Wasim. I'm a DST research fellow working in the Advanced Carbon Products and Metrology Department of CSIR National Physical Laboratory, which is the NMI of India. And I'm working towards my doctoral degree and is currently registered with ACSIR. My research supervisor is Dr. Priyanka Heda Maheshwari, and our research mainly surrounds around development of carbon fiber-based composites, which we use for different applications, as in anodes and electrodes for various electrochemical devices like supercapacitors, the rechargeable batteries, fuel cells. And I have my presentation on Wednesday. I would like to thank the organizers for providing me a chance to be able to participate in this esteemed conclave with the brilliant science minds. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Sadia. With that, we come to the end of the Indian participants list. Does anybody have any questions?
Move ahead.
Okay, so then, sir, Subha sir, shall we move on to the next
Please,
country?
let's go to the Russian delegation. Go ahead.
Okay. We first invite Kotova Yulia from Burdenko State Medical University.
Hello, do you hear me?
We can. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Yulia Kotova, and I'm an associate professor at the Voronezh State Medical University. And the area of my research is coronary artery disease and coronary atherosclerosis. We study the mechanisms of development of coronary atherosclerosis, the processes of oxidative and cellular stress in coronary atherosclerosis, and develop approaches to the diagnosis of subclinical coronary atherosclerosis. To date, our research is aimed at studying the viral load of the herpes virus family in this disease. And this research was supported by the Council of Grants of the President of the Russian Federation. So I want to say that it's a great pleasure to be here and see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Yulia. We now invite Bulat Idrisov from Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology.
I'm afraid that this Bulat has some technical problems.
Okay. Then I'll move on to the next name. It's Emil Bulatov from Kazan Federal University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emil Bulatov, and I'm an associate professor in Kazan Federal University. My research is focused on targeted anti-cancer therapies, such as small molecules that target mutant p53 protein, and also we work on developing novel CAR-T immunotherapies. We actually already collaborate with some universities from BRICS country, and in particular, we collaborate with the Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi, and we have submitted several grant applications together. And I hope that this meeting will help us establish new collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you, Emil. I now invite Alexander Timin from Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University.
Alexander Timin. Let's go ahead.
Okay, we can come back to Alexander later. Moving on to Grigory Stepanov from Institute of Chemical Biology and Fundamental Medicine.
Hello, dear colleague.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Grigory Stepanov. I here present Siberian branch of Russian Academy of Sciences. Now I'm head of the laboratory of genome editing in Institute of Chemical Biology and Fundamental Medicine. My area of research is genome editing and gene expression regulation in human cells. The key aim is to develop a novel system in disease prevention, diagnostic, and therapy. We are interested in RNA modification in fundamental area also. It's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. I now invite Pavel Sokolovsky from ND Zelinsky Institute of Organic Chemistry.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Pavel Sokolovsky. I am PhD. I am research fellow of Institute of Organic Chemistry, Research, Russian Academy of Science, and Laboratory for the Development and Research of Polyfunctional Catalysts. My research interest includes development adsorbents and catalysts to solve environmental problems such as waste processing, pyrolysis, biomass and organic waste, flue gas cleaning, and wastewater treatment. As part of this forum, I will present results about catalysts based on cellulite with embedded polycations of transmission metals for the purification of flue gas from thermal power plants from sulfur and nitrogen dioxide. Thank you for the opportunity to participate in this forum, and see you tomorrow. That's all.
Thank you, Pavel. I now invite Razidin Sheverdiev from National Research University. Razidin Sheverdiev, is he here?
He was here.
Okay, no problem. We can come back.
Okay.
Moving on to Roman Mishnev from Belgorod National Research University.
Good day. Good day, dear colleagues. My name is Roman Mishnev. I'm PhD in engineering. Now I work at Belgrade State University in Laboratory of Mechanical Properties of Nanostructure Materials and Superalloys. The researchers of our lab actively investigate the advanced aluminum and copper alloys, austenitic and martensitic steel. My work is related to the study of high chromium martensitic steel, which are used for components of fossil power plants. Developed steel demonstrates the unique set of mechanical properties at high temperature and has low cost, so its use as a materials for the part of steam turbines must increase efficiency of fossil power plants due to increase of the steam parameters, temperature and pressure. Our task is to make coal-fired power generation more environmentally friendly instead of completely abandoning this type of generation, and to make our planet more comfortable for life. Thanks.
Thank you, Roman. I now invite Alexander Sosev from National Research University.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Alexander Sosoev. I am PhD student in Department of Hydropower and Renewables in Moscow Power Engineering Institute. It's a big honor to take part in that forum. My current work and projects connected with development of a software package with Python language for modeling small and medium hydropower plants and optimization of its long-term regime by different optimization methods. Thank you, and I wish everyone a productive work.
Thank you, Alexander. I now invite Evgeny Ignatiev from National Research University.
Hello, everyone. You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, dear colleagues. It's my pleasure to attend Young Scientist Forum this year. Many thanks to our Indian colleagues that organized this event. I'm a PhD in engineering. I'm senior lecturer at the Department of Hydropower and Renewable Energy of Moscow Power Engineering Institute. My primary area of research includes questions of wind farms design process, especially I focused on the issues of assessing of the wind parameters at specific point, and also features of performing the wind energy calculations. Within the frames of this forum, I will present you software package developed by me and my colleagues from Hydropower and Renewable Energy Department of BI, which allows to automate most of calculations needed for pre-design stage of wind farms design process. I will be glad to receive any feedback on my presentation from you. See you this Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you, Evgeny. I now invite Boris Piakila from Tomsk Polytechnic University.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Boris Piakila. I am from Tomsk Polytechnic University, and I'm very glad to see everyone here and to see such amazing people. And my area of interest, my area of expertise is use of deep learning methods and machine learning methods, commonly speaking, for chemistry and biology. I'm proficient in cheminformatics, and I'm going to tell you about how to use contemporary deep learning methods for molecular generation. And if you enjoy neural networks and everything around it, all of this stuff, please join tomorrow my talk on Tuesday. And I wish you that you will get some fun and new knowledge about this, and see you soon.
Thank you, Boris. I now move on to Elena Pricodo.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elena. Thank you for this event. It's my honor to be here. I'm working as lecturer in Financial University under the government of Russian Federation. My department is logistics and marketing. Also, I'm owner of a logistic company which provides services from China to Russia by sea. And my research focuses on supply chain management and smart solutions in logistics. It would be my pleasure to discuss this question on the September 16th in a cyber physics section. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. I now invite Anton Alexei from Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Anton Alexeyev. I am PhD student of Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnical University, High School of Cyber Physical Systems and Control. Also, I am working on oil company on Department of Industrial Internet of Things. So my research area is Industry 4 and cloud distributed control systems. In my department, we develop some industrial Internet of Things solutions which help us to optimize and increase performance on oil refining manufacture. In this forum tomorrow, I will happy to tell about my project, Cloud Distributed Control Systems. I will describe problems of legacy process automation architecture and will tell how we can solve this if we migrate to service-oriented architecture. I want to say thank you for this opportunity to participate in BRICS Young Scientist Forum. Thank you so much. So that's all.
Thank you, Anton. We now invite Denis Parfenov from Orenburg State University. Do we have Denis Parfenov with us?
He was here, but let's go ahead.
Okay. Next, I'd like to invite Nikolai Rull from Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nikolai Rull, St. Petersburg Peter the Great St. Petersburg University. I'm an PhD student and an assistant on the physical department of the university, and I really appreciate the opportunity to present my work at the forum. And on Wednesday, I will present the work type of development of silicon transistors for quantum computing at room temperature. Hope to see all of you on Wednesday. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Nikolai. I now invite Els Buikov from Institute of Strength Physics and Material Science of Siberian Branch Russian Academy of Sciences.
Thank you. My name is Ales Buyakov, and I am a junior researcher in the Institute of Strength Physics and Material Science in Tomsk, in Siberia. And tomorrow I will tell you about my work, about work of my team. And I will tell you that how we found how to reproduce the structure of inorganic bone matrix in oxide ceramic materials. We found a way how to make ceramics act like as a bone tissue, and we found a way and how to mold some objects with a very complex structure from our ceramics. And of course, I will tell you about how we about our experience, how we put our ceramics inside of some people and make them a little bit happier. Thank you.
Thank you, Els. I now invite Ekaterina Agarkova from Ossipian Institute of Solid State Physics, RAS.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. First of all, I want to thank organizers for opportunity to take part in this forum. My name is Ekaterina Agarkova. I'm a junior researcher and PhD student at Ossipian Institute of Solid State Physics of Russian Academy of Science. Our young and promising team, headed by Professor Sergei Bredikhin, successfully implements systematic research and applied projects in the field of planar solid oxide fuel cells, stacks, and power plants based on them. Our activities lie in different fields, from search for new materials to development of kilowatt-class power plants. Solid oxide fuel cells are high-temperature electrochemical devices which directly convert chemical energy of hydrogen and hydrocarbons into the electricity and highly potential heat energy. And nowadays, this way of power generation is the most efficient among all the technologies known. Thank you.
Thank you, Ekaterina. I now invite Elena Rimskaya from Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. My name is Elena Rimskaya. I'm a PhD in technical science. Currently, I work as a research assistant at the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology, which is one of the leading Russian universities in the areas of physics and technology. I am the author of 28 scientific papers. I have developed a mobile application for self-assessment of pigmented skin lesions, which is able to identify skin melanoma on the early stage in order to save the lives of millions of people. Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. And finally, we have reached the last name from the Russian delegation. It's Sherzod Khan Mutalib Soda.
Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me? Okay, good afternoon, dear forum participants and colleagues. My name is Sherzod Khan Mutalib Soda. I am a graduate student at the KG Razumovsky Moscow State University Technology of Management. I am engineer of food production. I am engaged in the development of chocolate and flour confectionery product for individuals and consumer groups with a genetic predisposition to folate disorder. The project is a part of a new emerging field in medicine and food technology, omics technology, in personalized medicine and nutrition. This scientific field has undoubtedly considerable promise for the advancement of science and the modernization and nutrition in the light of current advances in genetic and molecular biology. Thank you, India. Thank you, organizers, for this forum. I hope to find a new friends with whom I can discuss this direction in more details. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherzod Khan. We missed a few names. I'd like to call upon them if they're here. Bulat Idris.
They have some problems. We can go ahead,
okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, thank you. So then we can move on to the South African delegation. We can start with Mavhandu Ramarumo.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Hello, yes, thank you. Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Rufuno Grace Mavhandu Ramarumo. I'm a research associate of the HIV/AIDS and Global Health Research Program at the University of Venda. My projects are currently investigating the impact of undisclosed prior exposure of HIV, of antiretroviral drugs in patients starting ARV treatment, as well as investigating the gut microbiota composition under antiretroviral therapy, as well as the transmitted and acquired HIV drug resistance. And also I'm looking at the wastewater-based surveillance of SARS-CoV-2 in northern South Africa. The investor vendor is located at Thohoyandou in the Limpopo province of South Africa, which is in the northern side of South Africa. And the main area or the focus of the university is in teaching and learning, research, and community engagement. I'm so pleased to be part of this forum. Thank you so much. My presentation is tomorrow on Tuesday. Thank you, and hope to meet you all, and we enjoy each other's company. Thank you.
Thank you, Lufuno Grace. I now call upon Yastira Ramdas from University of Pretoria.
Hi, everybody. My name is Yastira Ramdas. I'm a radiation oncologist in Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm part of the University of Pretoria, where I'm doing my PhD in immunology, looking at some new treatment that we're doing in South Africa. It's not new to everybody else, but we all know cancer burden is quite high, and getting treatment to patients is also takes a very long time. So I'm looking at a therapy called intraoperative radiation therapy, where a single dose is given in theater. And for low-risk tumors, this is the only treatment that patients need. They don't have to go through 3 to 6 weeks course of radiation. So it reduces our cancer burden. It also reduces treatment times with patients. And it's something very exciting and interesting. My PhD is looking at the immunogenic cell death of this type of treatment versus external beam radiation. So hopefully this is exciting. I thank you for having me on the conference, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and discussing and sharing all our different ideas that we have. Thank you.
Thank you, Yastira. I now invite Sabiha Mula from University of South Africa. We can't hear you, Sabiha. Okay, we shall come back to Sabiha Mula. Moving on to Larise Bolton from South African DSI NRF Center of Excellence in Epidemiological Modeling and Analysis.
Hi, everyone. My name is Larise Bolton, and I'm a researcher from the South African DSI NRF Center of Excellence in Epidemiological Modeling and Analysis in Stellenbosch, South Africa. Our center focuses on using quantitative skills in mathematics and statistics to address questions in health and epidemiology in South Africa and beyond. Our mission is to use modeling and analysis to improve health in Africa. My research to date at SACIMA has focused on blood systems analysis, assessing blood product usage and demand in South Africa, and developing a predictive model for red blood cell usage. I'm also involved in another project to investigate the effect of different treatment regimens for antimicrobial resistant neonatal bloodstream infections on mortality using mathematical and statistical modeling. I look forward to sharing some of my research results on Thursday.
Thank you, Larise. I now invite Luyando Msolo from University of Fort Hare. Is Luyanda with us right now? We can come back. Moving on to Blessing Mkwanzi from University of KwaZulu-Natal.
Hi, everyone. My name is Blessing Mkwanzi from the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. I'm a lecturer and a researcher in physiology. My main research interests currently involve understanding why patients that are living with HIV tend to develop diabetes mellitus, and why they also tend to develop cardiovascular complications by looking at the ECG, particularly something called the QTC prolongation, something that is really kind of neglected, and we're sort of resuscitating and that focus towards QTC prolongation. I'm excited to be sharing my research work on Thursday. And my other research interest also involves the use of nanotechnology in the development of anti-diabetic drugs. Thank you.
Thank you, Blessing. I now invite Lungile Khambule from University of Witwatersrand.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm Lungile Khambule, and I'm so honored to be part of the BRICS, the 6th BRICS Young Scientists Conclave, and I'm a researcher at West University and also a PhD student. My research interests are in maternal health. So currently I am looking into improving the way gestational diabetes is diagnosed or even screened in South Africa, because that gestational diabetes management is poor here in our country, and I'm aiming to look at other biomarkers that can be used to screen for gestational diabetes and to further diagnose for gestational diabetes. In my department, in the Department of Chemical Pathology, we also look at other diagnostic methods to diagnose other diseases. So that's what we major in, like diagnostic methods, and we use machinery such as LCMS, GCMS, and yes. So I'm very honored to be in here, and I'm looking forward to the presentations of other young scientists. Thank you.
Thank you, Lungile. I now call upon Bekumzi Gumbi from University of KwaZulu.
Greeting colleagues. My name is Bekumzi Gumbi from University of KwaZulu-Natal, Durban, South Africa. I'm a lecturer and a researcher in the institution. My research interest is in a conversion of biomass to porous carbon for desalination and storage, and photovoltaic solar cells, reclamation of wastewater to potable water, development of extraction and detection method of emerging contaminants, detection of cyanotoxin in wastewater and drinking water, detection of nanomaterial in surface waters and consumer product, remediation of water and soil, circular economy of wastewater and fecal sludge. And lastly, the analysis of water, treatment chemicals and their byproduct in water, and fabrication of biosensors for their detection in water. Thank you.
Thank you, Bekumzi. I now invite Penny Matumba from Mintech.
Hi, everyone. My name is Penny Matumba. I am happy for the opportunity to attend the BRICS Young Scientists Forum. I'm working as a postdoc researcher at Mintech under the Advanced Materials Division. Mintech is South Africa's national mineral research organization, and it's located in Johannesburg, the city of gold. I'm currently working on water purification and renewable energy projects in line with the Sustainable Development Goals 6 and 7. On the water purification projects, I use resin adsorbents for the removal of heavy metals from water. And on the renewable energy projects, I'm developing cheap and highly efficient materials for application in the active layer of solar cells to reduce the cost and make the technology accessible to everyone, and also aid in the transition from fossil fuel energy sources to renewable energy sources. My presentation will be on Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to interacting and learning from the BRICS scientists. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny. I now call upon Tandiwe Maumau from University of Johannesburg.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tandiwe Maumau, and I'm currently a PhD student with the University of Johannesburg. It's my second year after my proposal year, and I'm yet to begin my experiments with the university. My research focus is based on fossils, and I was lucky enough to be introduced to fossils since my second year in undergraduate. So I've explored a number of factors in fossils, and at this point I would say I understand where the links are and all the parts of chemistry that I've encountered in this technology. So I've only come across organic chemistry, physical chemistry, even polymer science. I got introduced to polymer science doing this technology. Overall, I'm so honored to be part of this forum, and I'm looking forward to meet everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Tandive. I now call upon Haripriya Rama from University of KwaZulu-Natal.
Hi everyone, my name is Haripriya Rama. I'm a PhD candidate at the University of South Africa and Agricultural Research Council, Institute for Soil, Climate and Water. It's a great honor to be part of the BRICS Forum. My research interests are nanotechnology, renewable energy, biotechnology, and metagenomics. My research project focuses on anaerobic digestion of organic waste, particularly food waste and cow manure during cold seasons for an energy solution for smallholder farmers and rural-based communities using nano additives. I'll be presenting on day 4, and I look forward to learning and connecting with everyone and yeah, to build collaborations. Thank you.
Thank you, Haripriya. I now invite Mazamo Shozi from University of KwaZulu-Natal.
Hi, my name is Mzamo Shozi. I'm a senior lecturer in the School of Chemistry and Physics at University of KwaZulu-Natal. My areas of specialization are catalysis and material science, and my research focuses on designing and application of catalytic materials for the conversion of biomass to platform chemicals and fuels.
Thank you, Mazamo. I now call upon Wesley Dursamy from University of Johannesburg.
Thank you, Avishka. Hello, everyone. My name is Wesley Dursamy. I'm an associate professor at the Institute for Intelligent Systems, University of Johannesburg, South Africa. My background is in electrical engineering with research in condition monitoring and diagnostics, computational intelligence, analytics and optimization. I have interdisciplinary research interests in various different application areas, such as healthcare, power and energy, agriculture and finance, specifically leading to development of innovative technologies. At this specific conclave, I will be presenting on some of our work in developing smart health systems for remote monitoring and diagnostics. I'd like to thank the organizers of the conclave, and thanks to the Department of Science and Innovation and Academy of Science of South Africa for nominating my participation. I look forward to engaging with all of you at the conclave and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Wesley. I now call upon Floyd Els from University of Fort Hare.
Thank you, Avishka. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
I can hear
apologies
you.
about the video. No camera at the moment. Just a quick rundown. My name's Floyd Els. I come from a little small coastal town in South Africa called East London, and I'm currently a PhD candidate at University of Fort Hare in Information Systems Department. I'm presenting Wednesday, and my topic is about high performance computing in academic and industry collaboration and sharing information. Thank you.
Thank you, Els. I call upon Sifesile Situngu from University of Johannesburg.
All right, sir. Good afternoon. I'm so sorry I can't share my video, but I'll be able to on Wednesday. So I'm from the University of Johannesburg, and I'd like to thank you, from the BRICS conclave, for also allowing me to participate in the conclave. And so basically, my research area is artificial intelligence, and more specifically, agent technology, multi-agent systems, game artificial intelligence, nature-inspired AI, as well as applying AI in critical information infrastructure protection. My presentation will also be on Wednesday, and it will be based on using biologically inspired artificial intelligence in protecting industrial IoT systems. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sefesle. I now call upon Randolph Meth from RMTT Solutions. Is Randolph Meth here in the meeting? Okay. I call upon Sandiswa Poswa from Trove Clothing.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on your respective country. My name is Sandiswa Poswa, and I've recently completed my postgrad diploma in entrepreneurship at the University of Cape Town. And as part of the course, my research focus was on green technology solutions that can aid in the promotion of textile recycling activities, and that can help in third world countries, that can help in the aid of reducing textile waste and the energy intensive production of new clothing. I will go more in depth on this tomorrow in my presentation, and I'm very honored and excited to be part of the forum. And yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandiswa. We are done with the South African delegation. I'll just call upon one name that we missed, that was Luyanda M. Solo. Okay. We shall now move on to the Brazilian delegation. I'll call upon my colleague Sukanya Bali to call out the names.
Thank you, Veshka. For the first participant is Bruno Campos.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, we can hear you. Yes, yes. I'm Bruno Campos Janegits. I'm professor at Department of Nature Science, Mathematics and Education of the Federal University of São Carlos. I live in Araras, a small city in the middle of São Paulo state. I'm leader of the Laboratory of Sensors, Nanomedicine and Nanostructure Materials, and my research interests include nanostructure surface and the development of sensors and biosensors for clinical diagnosis, development of disposable device for diagnosis, and 3D printing manufacturing. I will present on Tuesday, and it's a pleasure to participate of this event. I believe it's a great time to make new collaborations, and thanks for India for the excellent BRICS organization, and thank you.
Thank you, Bruno. I now invite Bruno Conclave from USP.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my colleagues. First, I would like to thank all coordinators for being selected to participate in this BRICS conclave. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here these days with you. My name is Bruno Conclave, and I'm professor of the Department of Pathology of the School of Veterinary Medicine and Animal Science at the University of São Paulo. I'm also the PI of the Laboratory of Experimental Liver Research. I have been working with liver injuries for more than 10 years. So my lab focused on the role of connexin and pannexin heme channels in liver disorders. We basically study acute and chronic liver disease, including chemical, fat, and tumor-induced liver injuries in a comparative pathology. We hope to translate the data into humans and envisage some therapeutic approaches based on inhibition of those channels in improving liver function and survival. Recently, we also are looking at the therapeutic potential of those heme channels on COVID-19, especially to control the inflammatory response and the cytokine storm. So, and finally, the University of São Paulo is divided into 8 campi and offers undergraduate courses in all areas of knowledge. USP has around 90,000 students, and 6,000 professors. And the veterinary school is a centenary institution, and we are divided in 6 departments and 7 PhD programs. So I wish all have a great meeting. Thanks very much for this incredible opportunity. I hope to strengthen collaboration with some colleagues and share expertise with for a common goals. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruno. I now invite Fernanda Cruz from UFRG.
Good morning, to you all. I'm Dr. Fernanda Cruz. I'm a physician and pulmonologist, an associate professor at the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And I would like to thank you all, the organizers, for the invitation to be here. I feel very honored to meet you all. In my work, well, I work with personalized medicine, nanotherapy, and regenerative medicine, including bioengineering, cell therapy for lung diseases, including translational and clinical studies. So again, thank you all for the honor for being here.
Thank you so much, Fernanda. I now invite Franklin Kubaski from HCPA UFRGS.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the kind invitation. It's a great pleasure to be part of this very selected group to enhance our collaborations. I am currently a postdoctoral fellow from the Medical Genetics Services of the Hospital de Clínicas de Porto Alegre and the Federal University of Rio Grande do Sul. We work with lysosomal storage disorders, inborn errors of metabolism, which are very rare genetic disorders. They don't have any cure, but with the use of tandem mass spectrometry, we aim to provide diagnosis for the patients, and it's key to treat them early, because if we start treating them after the symptoms have arisen, it's very likely that they will progress poorly and some of them can even die. So we are trying to expand the federal screening that we have in Brazil in order to catch them early and treat them. And I hope to get several collaborations with all of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kubaski. I now invite Iris Pasosa from HCPA UFRGS. Iris. Okay, we'll come back to him. I now invite Carolina from UFRJ.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carolina. I'm associate professor at the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro at the Mechanical Engineering Department. The Federal University of Rio de Janeiro is the largest federal university in the country. And we every year we graduate more than 5,000 students. And I'm in charge of the microfluidics and microsystem lab there. And tomorrow I will be presenting in the energy solutions section, sustainable polycogeneration plants. And I believe so this idea, the proposal, this project can be applied for all BRICS countries. So please, if you are interested in energy solution, attend this lecture. And mainly the applications that I'm dealing with is related to heat and mass transfer and fluid flow in the micro and nano scale. So it's an honor to be here. I'm very pleased to be here. And thank you so much for the opportunity to share my work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Carolina. I now invite Daniel from UFSM.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Greetings. Before I begin, let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Daniel Lachos Perez. I'm from Peru. I am currently a postdoctoral researcher fellow at Federal University of Santa Maria in Chemical Engineering Department. I have a doctoral degree in Food Engineering School at State University of Campinas. I have been focused on research for and work on thermochemical biomass conversion by hydrothermal processes in order to produce biofuels as a biorefinery concept. My current research is about hydrothermal liquefaction in order to produce bio-oil as a biofuel. My presentation is tomorrow. So hope to create some collaborations. So see you tomorrow then. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, Daniel. I now invite Edison Solo from UFU.
Hello, everyone. Do you hear me?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, my name is Edson also. First of all, I would like to thank the Brazilian Academy of Science for the invitation and Indian Conference Committee for the organization of this event. Currently, I'm adjunct professor at the Institute of Chemistry at Federal University of Berlândia and co-leader of the group of the chemistry of non-structured inorganic materials. My research focuses on the synthesis and characterization of carbon nanomaterials and metal hexanoferrates for application on sensors, electrocatalysts, and energy devices. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edson. I now invite Fernanda Lobo from UFSC.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fernanda Lobo. I'm an adjunct professor here at the Federal University of Ceará, and I work mainly with bioelectrical chemical systems that creates a solution for both sanitation and energy problems, but I specifically try to produce electricity and green hydrogen using wastewater, which I'll talk a lot more on my presentation on Thursday. I'm very honored to be here representing all the scientists in Brazil, and I'm hoping that we can plant the seed for great collaborations during this conclave. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fernanda. I now invite Jamie Andres from UFSC.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Jaime Lozano, and I am a research project leader at the Brazilian National Institute of Refrigeration and Thermophysics, which is part of the Department of Mechanical Engineering of the Federal University of Santa Catarina in Florianópolis, which is an island in the south of Brazil. My research focus is on the development of emerging cooling technologies for applications at room temperature, which makes use of solid refrigerants instead of gases, and with the potential to substitute our conventional technologies. I would like to invite you all to my presentation on Thursday, in which I will show you the development of a wine cooler and an air conditioning system, both operating with magnetic refrigeration units, which are based on water and permanent magnet circuits. So I would like to thank the organizers, and I wish you all of us a productive forum. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jamie. I now invite Claudia Miquel from UFRJ.
Hi, my name is Claudio de Farias from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro. As Carolina said, the biggest federal university in Brazil. My research area is in software engineering. It specializes in cyber-physical systems, such as IoT systems or embedded systems. And I'm specialized also for the medical and agricultural scenarios. My goal is to build embedded machine learning systems that are able to assess the environment and adapt accordingly, which is very important in huge countries such as Brazil, but also in India and China, Russia and South Africa. I'm also interested in the structure and in efficient ways to develop, maintain, and deploy those applications, such in scenarios such as emergencies and any other kind of real-time environments. We've been using embedded machine learning methods to systems to do that, and we'll talk a little bit more about it on Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for my colleagues to be here. Thanks for the organization, and thanks for the Brazilian Academy of Science. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Claudia. Now, I now invite Italo Fernando from UFMG.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Italo. I'm an associate professor at UFMG Brazil. My research concentrates mostly on internet security and internet performance. On the security front, I work on protecting against routing and denial of service attacks that may render web services and applications unavailable. Also, how to identify and mitigate routing anomalies that may allow eavesdropping of traffic by third parties, and how we can track spam and phishing campaigns that we get on our mail inboxes every day. On the performance front, I work on how service providers like Facebook and Google can efficiently serve a global user population with high performance and reasonable costs and manageable infrastructures. So it's a pleasure to be here and meet you all and talk to you over these next few days. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Iflo. I now invite Luis Fernando from UNICAM.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the introduction. It's my great pleasure to attend this BRICS Young Scientists Forum. I'm Luis Bittencourt. I hold a PhD in computer science, so this is my background. And I am an associate professor from the Institute of Computing at the University of Campinas in Brazil. And I'm also the graduate program director at the Institute of Computing. So my research interests are focused on distributed computing systems and the optimization of resource allocation, including cloud computing, edge computing, and fog computing, composing the so-called computing continuum. So the idea of this research focuses on finding optimized ways of using distributed computing and networking resources to support a variety of applications. So from smart cities to Internet of Things and other kinds of scientific applications, we may optimize the execution on the distributed computing infrastructure. That's it. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in the next days, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. I now invite Pedro Pedrosa from IFCE.
Hi, everyone. My name is Pedro Pedrosa Rebouças Filho. I am an associate professor at the Federal Institute of Ceará, and my PhD and postdoctoral was in age-mediated diagnosis using computer vision. Then I can say my recent focus of research is on real application using computer intelligence to help experts, particularly in embedding systems and in computer systems with IoT, fog, and other things like that. Then that's it. I'm here, honored to be here, and I think it's a great opportunity to see and meet, sharing all things about knowledge.
Thank you so much. I now invite Rodrigo de Souza from UFRJ.
Hi, thank you very much for being here. It's a pleasure to be in this forum. I'm a professor from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, like Claudio already said. And I have a Doctor of Science degree in electrical engineering. My work is on the challenges of deploying deep learning on resource constrained devices, so the very small devices. So these techniques are generally based on edge and on the cloud computing. So my research thus tries to make it possible to run deep learning applications in cyber-physical systems, such as those employed on smart cities and intelligent vehicles. So we try to adapt the neural network models to run on these little devices. So I will present more on that on Friday. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite Bruna Leticia Land.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Bruna Leticia Land. I am 21 years old. I am from a small town in southern Brazil, and I am a database student, and I have been doing research about fibromyalgia since I was 17. I developed a device that helps to reduce chronic pain in a natural and portable way. I have participated in more than 20 scientific events, and today, in addition to doing research, I have a startup that develops technologies to reduce pain. I appreciate the opportunity to participate in this forum, as well as Young Innovator Prize. I invite everyone to watch my presentation tomorrow in the Innovators category. I wish you all an excellent event. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. I now invite Dale Pereira.
Hi, everybody.
My name is Bengaluru, and I am.
Your voice is a little low. Can
you hear me?
Perfect.
Hi, everybody. My name is Darley Silva, and I am a software developer. My work is mobilize an application that aims to mobilize young people to practice and create habits to help reduce the spread of diseases. Its strategy is to make learning more fun through games, contents, and social media with gamification. I think that's it. If you have any questions, that's it. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thank you so much. I'll now invite Joao Pedro.
So hi everyone, my name is João Pedro Novochadlo. I'm a creative technologist and also a social entrepreneur. And I'm founder of Viver, a multi-award winning startup that works with the development of assistive technologies for people with disabilities. Viver is a free mobile application that uses micro-location devices and also artificial intelligence to facilitate the interaction of people with visual or hearing impairments in indoor and outdoor environments. Our solution brings back the sense of belonging to these people, delivering a much more inclusive experience so the users can receive descriptions, information, guidance, and directions about their surroundings. And we also work to raise awareness and develop our community when it comes to the cause of people with disabilities. I wish we could be together in person right now. Even so, I am very pleased to be here online with all of you, who certainly represent a new generation of innovators and scientists focused on building a better world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joao. I now invite the last participant from Brazil, Wangley Source.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to be part of the Brazilian delegation this year at the BRICS Young Scientists Forum. I am Wangley. I am 18 years old. I'm from Brasilia, Brazil. I am an informatics technician from the Federal Institute of Education, Science, and Technology of Brasilia, a social entrepreneur, young scientist, data analyst and developer, and quantum computing developer. I have experience in computer science, electronics, biomedical engineering, with an emphasis on data science, neurodegenerative diseases, embedded electronics, and wearable devices, acting mainly on artificial intelligence, image processing and transmission, Parkinson's disease, social entrepreneurship, youth protagonism, and wearable technologies aimed at the healthcare area. I also have a startup for the development of real market solutions based on the work of young scientists and inventors through hackathons and incubations. I'm currently focused on the development of hardware and software solutions for healthcare, working for almost 4 years now, since I was 14, in the field of neurodegenerative diseases, mainly Parkinson's disease. I'll be presenting my research prototype on Wednesday in the Young Innovator Prize. Looking forward to see all of you there. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. I now call Professor Subhachandran.
Thank you, Avishka, and thank you, Sukanya, for taking care of this session of introduction. Now, before we move to the vote of thanks, there are a few queries. I'll just take a couple of minutes to attend them. There are a few queries on PowerPoint presentations. Some of you have asked whether you could do it. It is very easy. All you have to do, can you see that green in the lower part of the platform, Zoom platform? There is this green button called Share Screen. All you have to do is to press that, and then it opens, and then you have to say Shared Screen and press the screen that's available. If you are uncomfortable, you could share the PowerPoint in advance with us, either with Avishka or Sukanya. We'll be able to help you. We will be able to run it for you. So we can do both. You can do it from there, or if you can send a copy in advance, we can run it for you. So that's about the PowerPoint. Second thing, kindly keep the name when you enter the room. Please keep the name that you are registered with so that we can recognize you and let you in. So I repeat that again. Please use the same name that you have in the registration. The third one, some of you have asked how to go into the breakup sessions, breakup groups. It's very easy. Harini, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Harini, can you just explain it to them, how they can go?
Yes, sir. So we will create 4 breakout rooms with the names of your themes written on it. They will look something like this. I will give an example. And after that, you'll be allowed to choose it yourself. So you can just go in, but the only problem is once you enter the room, you cannot switch between rooms. So if you make a mistake, you could probably reach out to us or just leave the room and come back to the lobby. That's all is the
So anything else, Harini?
So are we doing the test now?
No, we'll do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is easier, in the same bar there will be a button, calling, what would it say? Breakout rooms, is it, Harini?
Yes, sir. And they will have 4.
Yeah, there will be 4. You just click that and then you have to just choose the room that you want to enter. In case if you have entered a wrong room, in every room, in every group, 2 of our scholars will be there with you. You just tell them that you are in a wrong group or you want to move, they will be able to help you, So it's very easy. You don't have to worry at all on this. Yeah. The next point is on the write-up. Those I have requested you to share a 1-page write-up. Many of you have given. This will help other participants to read in advance so that it would be useful for your presentation. So again, I request you, those who have sent the 1-page write-up, thank you. Those who haven't, if you could send it, we will share it in advance with the other participants. It will help the presentation. That's all from our side. Now, before we leave, I would like to introduce my team so that when they are with you, you are able to identify them. Just a 1-sentence note. I'll call upon Avishka.
Hello, everyone. I'm Avishka Ashok from the National Institute of Advanced Studies. I'm working with Professor Subhachandran on the BRICS YSF Conclave, and my research interests are centered around East Asian politics and climate change. Thank you.
Sukanya.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sukanya. I'm working in National Institute of Advanced Studies on BRICS YSF project. Thank you.
Harini.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Harini. I'm a PhD scholar at NIAS. I'm working on a thesis titled Militarization in Outer Space.
Thank you. Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi is the one who is, okay, there she is. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vaishnavi Iyer. I'm a research scholar at NIAS, and I manage the social media outreach along with my colleague Joanne Joseph for BRICS YSF.
Yeah. Vaishnav will be in touch with you regarding all the social media posts. Apurva?
Thank you, sir. Hello, everyone. This is Apurva. I work as a research associate at NIAS under Professor Subha. My research area includes Africa, internal politics, and Pakistan.
Thank you. Lokendra?
Hello, everyone. I'm Lokendra Sharma, a PhD scholar at National Institute of Advanced Studies. I'm working under the supervision of Professor Subhachandran on the topic in technology and international relations. Thank you.
Thank you. Aprupa?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I work at National Institute of Advanced Studies, and I'm doing a PhD here, and my research looks into the politics and economics of Southeast Asia. I look forward to hearing from all of you and interacting with all of you.
Thank you. Rashmi?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rashmi, and I'm a doctoral student here. I work on climate change and Arctic governance. Thank you.
Abigail?
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. My name is Abigail Fernandez. I'm a research associate at NIAS, and my research areas include studying the politics and society of Pakistan, Central Asia, and Afghanistan. Thank you.
Akriti? Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akriti, and I'm working as a PhD scholar at NIAS, and my research area includes climate change and Himalayas. Thank you.
Thank you. So, we have around 8 to 9 scholars to help you with in all the rooms. You don't have to worry at all. We all would have loved to host you, at the institute. Since it's not happening here in the physical form, we will try to help you as much as we could to ensure that the next 3 days goes without any problem. That's all from our side. Arvind, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Arvind, would you like to introduce any of your team members? I think Mahak is there. Should we ask?
Yeah, we can ask.
Mahak?
Yeah. So good evening. Good evening to BRICS nations, all my young scientists. This is Dr. Mehak Garg. I'm working in Department of Science and Technology, India, with Dr. Arvind Kumar. Thank you.
Thank you. Arvind, anything from your side? Anyone else?
So I just thank you all for very nicely conducted this the inaugural session, and we look forward for the more fruitful discussion tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, Arvind. So that's all from NIAS Bangalore and DST Delhi in India. Looking forward to listening to you. From the way that you were introducing your research work, I wish I have 3 clones of me so that we can be there in all the 4 groups and listen to you all. Looks like very interesting set of 3 days that we have ahead. We are looking forward to listen to you and then take notes. Until then, let's bring this day, let's bring this evening here in Bangalore.